Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all to the first episode of CKMY, where we get a bunch of comic book enthusiasts. I refuse to call them geeks or nerds, even though that is a badge of honor. And we don't know what the hell's going to happen, but Jesus, if you listen to the 15 minutes in the green room beforehand, this is going to be fun. I'm your host, the guy with the good looks and the voice that's going to be quiet for most of it, Kev, aka Nuff Said, aka Captain Strong. Bo. And we have some great people here with me today. I'm just going to go with, in no particular order, I'm just going to go with what's showing on my screen right now. We have Adanatron.
Hey, guys.
Over at NerdTots. Thank you very much for joining us, man. We have Mike. Mike, looking really alert and awake and up and ready for this. Mike over at Rogue Comics Online. Yes, thank you for joining us as well.
No problem.
And last but by no means least, we have the one, the only comic book Bob.
Oh, yeah.
The most useless Valheim player I've ever met.
Shut the hell up.
Fuck you. And that's my one F1 for the show, folks. Well, we'll see. But yes, we have gathered everybody here together to chat some shit about comics. Be it good stuff, be it bad stuff. Don's brought some little surprises. He wants to flash for us at some stage. Mike has at least one topic he really wants to speak about. And Bob, well, Bob is Bob. He will be a Bob, and he will just do what Bobs do, which is chime in with on everything.
Yeah. I am a wealth of useless information.
Yep, so is my ex. You haven't paid the check this month. Yeah, I know that, woman. Thank you very much for sharing. There's a reason for that.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, so, like I say, thank you very much to everybody for joining in. Right, Mike, you actually look like you really want to get this off your chest straight away. Mike, come on now. Let's start with this one, people.
Let's do
this
it.
Is Mike's latest release, his favorite release.
Well, it's not necessarily the title itself, nor is it the artist or the writer or even the idea of it. The thing that's bothering me about this particular title here, this is number 2, which is scheduled to drop on Wednesday, despite DC's best efforts to make New Comic Book Day Tuesday, is the amount of, we call them flippers here, but the speculators, because I can't tell you last week how many speculators I had to turn away because they wanted to grab handfuls of this book. Now, mind you, we have the opportunity as retailers to order in whatever quantities we want. But when you're ordering 2 months in advance and then maybe about 3 weeks in advance, you don't know how something's going to go.
It's hard to gauge. It is hard to gauge.
Yes. Now, I don't play Fortnite. I can't get it on. I don't have the PlayStation 3. I don't think it's for PlayStation 3. No. And I can't get it on my phone, my Apple phone, because of what they tried to do with that little workaround to keep all their money, which as someone who's had to deal with that as far as credit card processing fees, I kind of see where they're coming from, or eBay fees. But it wasn't legal. Like, these are the conditions that you agree to, the terms.
Yeah, you signed an agreement.
Exactly. And I can't necessarily get bad at one mega corporation for feeling that the other one is screwing them out of money. Like, well, you're both mega corporations, so it doesn't matter. But here, I didn't order conservatively. I ordered a little extra, but still, knowing that this would have taken off or been as popular, or DC between the two companies, Marvel and DC seems to have an aversion to making money. They don't promote their things as much as Marvel does. They don't give us, like little pamphlets to give away, like previews where they show, the product that's coming out or something. Or even Marvel used to, they haven't really done these too much, but they used to do like these little postcards that we could give away, and sometimes if it was a crossover event, which Marvel is keen on doing at least 12 times a year, they would have on the back like all the books that you needed to collect and the order to read them in and stuff like that, which is very helpful.
Yes.
DC says, you know what, we're going to go the other way, and they just don't bother doing anything. However,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, just throw it out there. It's it's going to be good enough. They, at least on social media, and probably because it's the individual, like the writer or the artist or whatever, I've noticed that there's a little more that they've stepped their game up a little bit more. And but it still would be something nice to have something in the store so people would be able to see it. Because in fact, a couple years ago, I wasn't at this location. I was next door, which is half the size of this. I had two big windows in the front of the store, and I called up because, to DC's credit, they used to have a representative call once a week and say, hey, you need anything, or, whatever. And every week I'd be like, well, I could use some more posters, like, because I have a window that I could put it on there. But usually it was just, he was just calling to say, oh, well, we have this graphic novel in, and we had Sandman's in stock again or whatever. And I'm like, but I know how to use Preview system. If I need to find this stuff, I can find it on there. I don't need somebody to call me once a week to say that. Like, if you're asking me what I need and I'm telling you what I need and you don't give it to me, you're really just wasting your time and my time. But there was one time where I said, can I have some posters or whatever? And like, oh, well, we've packed them all up for San Diego. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? After San Diego's done, I'm still going to be here. Like, so maybe you could, like, on your, while you're out there handing all these posters away, like it was nothing, maybe put like one or two aside so I can, like, display it for my customers or whatever. But I'm getting off the track here. But back to this. So,
carry on, mate. It feels like this is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CKMY, group therapy for comic book lovers and shop owners.
So with this here, it just I have a problem. I don't like flippers. I don't like them at all. And they come in here and they try to buy stuff and either get it CGC'd, which apparently CGC is the end all be all to the comic book industry, and that really annoys me. Or flip them.
So just for the non aficionados, what do you mean by CDC?
Oh, CGC is Comics Guarantee Company, I think, or something, some acronym or whatever.
Where
yeah, whatever
that is.
Yeah,
they get them graded. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
you mail your books down and they hermetically seal them, similar to dipping them in carbonite, because then you can never read them again unless
like
you want to break
did with
seal.
Pokemon cards and shit like that. And
that too. Oh yeah, I think they basically, I think they could grade anything. You could probably if you have like a house pet or something, send them down. They'll do that. Send them back up.
Does Fluffy have to still be breathing at the time?
Yeah, well, yeah, you would hope so. Yeah. I just it was just a thing. And then I out of the stock that I got after dealing with all of these people, and this is the other thing too, there's an event called Free Comic Book Day, which, had we not been going through exactly what we're going through right now on the global scale, there we would have been today. It's usually the first Saturday in May, and usually there are regulars, there are people that come in, and even the people that are semi-regulars, they'll be into. But then there's these other ones who they show up that one day of the year. And see, Free Comic Book Day is a day where people can come in and they can get comic books for free. The companies publish whatever title they're going to put out. And while it's free for you guys, it's not free for us. So everything that's there, we pay for. And when someone comes in once a year just to get the free shit without buying anything, it's kind of like
soul destroying.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then you have to see, like, when the little kids come in, because usually what I do is I limit it to 3 titles for an adult and 6 titles for kids. And then And then what they usually try to do is like if they get like a disinterested kid coming in, they're like, oh, can you get like these titles for us or whatever? And I know it's for them. Like, you know, it was the same thing with the Fortnite thing. Like they must have been renting kids to come in here like, oh, can I get this? There's a book coming out, and they didn't know the character, they didn't know the game, whatever it was. It's pathetic. It's pathetic.
You telling me kids don't know Fortnite?
Well, there were some, yes. There were two.
I mean, you have an Amish community in your area.
I mean, if it's not Minecraft, it's not anything at all.
It's the orking community. What are you talking about? But anyways.
No. You
don't have Fortnite down there, do you?
No, we just have normal forts.
Yeah.
Night or day. It's not time sensitive, for God's sake. It's a fort. You build the bastard, you leave it standing there, and you shoot people from the walls. That's the way it goes.
It's
not a fucking vampire fort. Do you know what I mean? Fortnite. Oh no, it's daytime. I've got to go away. Hide the walls.
It's just it really annoys me that and it also happened there was one specific time with Darth Vader #3, which was the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. And I remember I opened up the store. This is when I was opening at noon. And literally the first person through the door walks over to the new release wall, grabs the entire stack that I had on the shelf. And I'm like, dude, no, you can get one. He's like, oh, but I was here waiting. I'm like, well, and I appreciate that. But, you know, it's literally 12:02. You're grabbing the regulars that come in. Yeah, they haven't had a chance to come in. I'm like, I don't play to speculators. You want to order something? By all means, you get to me before FOC. I'll order you 1,000,000 books of whatever you want if you're going to pay for them. But coming in off the street on the day it's released and grabbing I don't do that. So,
and I guarantee you weren't the first shop you did either.
Yeah. You know, I mean, or unless there's some prior arrangement where you're like, hey, you know, because like there's another. I don't think I still have it here. Maybe. No, there was a Spider-Man book that came out. I have it on the I don't know if you can see the light, the poster frame there.
Yeah.
It's cool. It was for Spider-Man #55. I had that poster hanging up because I once Patrick Gleason, because he posted it on his Twitter feed. I saw that and I'm like, please tell me that's going to be a regular cover and not something I got to jump through like 90,000 hoops to get. And he's like, no, it's the main cover. I was like, awesome. So as soon as Marvel sent that promo poster, I put it up in there. And that poster frame there, that's a DC poster frame. But see, they used to send what's it called? It's like they had for the Year of the Villain. It was like a thin plastic thing. I forgot what that's called.
The cellophane or no.
It's like hard plastic. Like they had something printed on there, like
acrylic.
One image, and then you opened it. No, it starts with an L, I think.
Oh, the lenticular covers?
Not lenticular.
Laminate covers.
Yeah. So what they do is they have these like hard plastic things, and when you put it in there, the light makes it pop. But for some reason, like I guess I tried putting regular posters in there, and it did work. I mean, it looks really good. I guess because it's just the white on the black, you know, and even though it pops up the black, you still get the white, so it looks really cool in person. But I put that up there 2 months before the book, like even was FOC'd. And nobody said anything. Oh, they're like, that looks cool. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a book. And okay. That was it. Like these people, and by these people, I mean comic book fans, they wait until the book drops itself. And as a retailer, you're supposed to read their mind and see.
Yeah. I hate that.
Are they going to be hit by the FOMO that everybody else gets hit by? Because, you know, you got these people online, and there's an app called Key Collector. And I see they're literally like, they're just looking down, and some people are like, oh, what book's going to be worth money? And I'm like, do you think if I knew what books were going to be worth money, I would fill the store with anything other than that one particular book?
Yeah. No, never mind the store. I'd fill the back room with them.
Yeah, you know,
do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, I mean, I can relate to you, man. I used to run a chain of video rental stores back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You would have the big blockbuster movies come out, and rental videos, for example, you know, your average VHS, I'm going to go with UK prices here, you know, £10, say, to buy in your Virgin Megastore or whatever. Rental copy VHS, and I was still around when DVD was the transition to DVD happened, but a rental version of a VHS would be minimum £70.
Yeah.
You know, well, say 50 if it was a really obscure title. And I'm supposed to judge over the span of 3 stores, you know, different catchment areas, different customer bases, what the hell everybody's going to want to watch. Mm-hmm. So if it's a major Hollywood blockbuster, like, I don't know, fuck it, 6 Cents, for example, I know I'm going to get 15 copies for each store. So, you know, that's, you know, you work it out. I think 6 Cents was 76 quid plus tax. It's obviously business.
That's close to $1,000 each store.
Yeah. You know, but I knew, and you rent them out at £3 a time. Jeez. But that would go. But then you have people come in, oh, I want to watch this. Well, you never bloody said. I've had it. I've got the previews, the coming soons, and you know, with all the catalogs saying anything you're interested in. You've never spoken to me at all. Oh well, your shop's crap. I'll go to Blockbuster down the road.
And that's when they talk to me.
Well, I bloody didn't know you then, did I? Jesus. Hold on. No, sorry. You're down here. You're down here. Looking at the street. You're down there.
So some people in the chat were asking about the comic book days. So like the comic book store has to pay for the books. Yeah, because the idea is that
it brings new customers.
Yeah, they come in for the free comics and then they buy something else while they're there.
Like me, hope. Ideally that's what's supposed to work.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to.
But then you get the guys like you're talking about that come in with the app and they just grab the free stuff and then they bail.
Well, see, that was I connected that to that's 2 separate things. That, I mean, the app thing, that has the bearing is, you would hope that, knowing that it's Free Comic Book Day and hoping that DC and Marvel would, you know, promote it the same way, that
you get their shit together,
come in, right? That you would have people come in, and while they were there, like, oh, look, it's cool. There's comic books that I can actually purchase, like, and they would buy 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever.
Or that collectible looks really cool. That, you know, be it Funko Pop, statue, whatever, you know.
Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, something in the store besides just the free stuff.
Exactly. And it doesn't it doesn't happen that way all the time. But with this Batman Fortnite, I was getting calls from, like, you know, dudes that were like, you know, 40, 50, 60. And I just, I don't want to, like, what's the word? I don't know, lump people in, like, you know, the stereotype.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But, you know, I just, but I will tell you, I was down to 1 copy left. And, yesterday, a little kid came in and he was with his mom, and he's like, you know, his mom was like, oh, we're here looking for, there's a comic, something, Fortnite or something. I'm like, oh, Batman Fortnite. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, they're like, do you have one left? And I'm like, no, unfortunately I don't. Cause I have, like, if you've seen the store, it's disorganized, but there's a sort of organization to my chaos. So I kind of
method to the madness.
Exactly. So I'm like, I think I might have like one, because there was 3 different covers. There was an A, there was a B, and then there was another cover that retailers had to order a minimum of 25 to get this particular that's who.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's a whole entire other thing. But I found the 1 copy, and this little kid, his expression, and I'm not saying this to be like, you know, just the way he reacted to it, like, I was clearly making his week. And that is
that's a good feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what made dealing with all those other assholes worth it, because I knew
that's a good experience.
This comic was going into the hands of someone who hopefully wouldn't just use the code to get the skin and actually read the comic too and enjoy it. But at least
he got enjoyment.
I made his day.
Yeah. Yes. No. That is one of the best feelings you can have in retail, is when you get that thing that somebody wants.
Well, see, I had a customer one time explain it to me that comic store owners should be like bartenders, like where you walk in and like, hey, I'm looking for this, and then you come out and give it to them. I've spoken to a couple of people who, and one or two were females who, and this is the other thing that shop owners really have to like stop. There's this notion of like females can't be readers, or they maybe they're leering at them too much or something like that. That really annoys me, because when whoever walks through that door, even people that like Gambit, I will take the time to help them. And I will, suggestions if they tell me what they like and the care, because like they'll come in like, oh, I'm trying to buy something for, a 10-year-old. I'm like, well, what do they like? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of things. You have to be a little more specific, like a character.
They like comic books. Well, take a look around.
Yeah,
So you're okay even if they're manga readers?
I am, but I don't really.
Shots fired.
I don't really have much of that. It doesn't really. And this is the thing too. Before I owned the store, it was Morning Glories, Chew, and Fables were three of the best fringe books, And the guy that owned the store before me would never order those, and it boggled my mind because the guy that owned the store before me knew nothing about nothing about comics. One time I said to him, I said, John, whomever Marvel gets to write the X-Men will never, ever be as good as Chris Claremont. And he looked at me dead-eyed and said, who's she?
Oh my God.
I knew you were going to say that.
Dude, I can't. After that, I said, you know what, John? From this moment on, I am not talking comic books with you ever again. We are only sticking to safe topics like religion and politics, because I'm done talking comic books.
Yeah, the safe ones, yeah.
Exactly, so he would say, oh, I'm not going to order those. I'm like, but why? Like I would see on my bestseller list or, for the week or whatever, because they won't sell. So I tried, once I bought the store, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This is my store. I can do whatever I want. So I ordered them. They sat here. Invincible. There you go. Here's another. Invincible. Sit here. Nobody would buy. Harley Quinn, I struggle to sell. And this is the other thing that happens too.
Wow.
There's this one size fits all thing for all stores. That's not true.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like I said, just in the video rental store, you got different demographics in different areas.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask about that because I obviously Invincible just finished and wrapped up. Like, is it still not selling for you? Like no one's asking for it, or?
Nope, I have ordered the trades, and in fact, I just sold the first 4 volumes today, as a matter of fact. So it's been selling pretty well. It does bump it up, but yeah, it would have been nice to. I did a lot of DC slander. Let me throw a little on Marvel's way. It would be nice if they had that book that was, I don't know, mentioned or the storyline was cribbed from for Falcon and Winter Soldier, where they were discussing what they did
re-release it or highlight it.
Yeah, that would, not just highlight it, no, but have it put in print, because the truth isn't in print. I mean, you can go online and you can find it for like $100, $200, like weird prices.
Wow, that's true.
You would
but
you would
the
think
main
that they
book
would
itself is out of print.
Yeah, you would think that they, with that coming out like that, they would have that synergy going. But that's the same thing that happened there with all the films and all the whole Infinity War thing. Why you weren't out there pushing the Infinity Gauntlet, to bump that up when that movie came out, well,
they push the toys, they just don't push the books, which is
no. That's because they see them as movies now. They don't realize comics exist. They seem to have forgotten that most of these stories that we're seeing, these characters we're seeing, started off on the written page.
The source material. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The source material. They forget all that, and all they see is, right, we pump out a movie, we'll sell toys for $30 a pop. I mean, what's a comic book in America now? $4?
$5 now.
Yeah, say a $5.
Between $4 and $5, yep.
Yeah. So say a $5. They're like, oh, that's a $5. Oh no, fuck that. But they just don't realize. Well, Bob's gone. They don't realize that the source material is such a big earner, because it will get people, especially, I'm a great reader. I love my books. I love my actual paperback novels, you know. But with a comic book, it's easier. It's, 25 minutes, half an hour, backwards, forwards, especially with the younger generation. I mean, God, I've got to dig out my Transformers collection of comics from like the 80s.
Oh, the Marvel ones?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
80s, late 80s.
Yeah, they have their own company now, IDW, but like,
Yeah.
The Marvel ones were unique.
Yeah, but
Yes.
my point is, it suckers you in because as a child, you get in and you've got that visual medium of the comic. You're not sitting there going, "Oh, it's words. I don't want to read. I can't be bothered with all the words."
Oh, dude, yes. When I was younger, trying to read a novel was impossible because I would stare at the page and all the words eventually
Just blur together, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
precisely.
It was a good way of
with
putting you to
comic
sleep.
books. Yeah.
Was it written by Brian Michael Bendis?
Oh God, don't even get me
Oh,
started.
fuck off.
Yeah,
Oh, come on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Can we have at least another 10 minutes of civil discourse
he
before
is,
you mention that?
he is awful, man.
I mean, for
He's
fuck's
awful.
sake, I only swear once per show, but Jesus Christ, mate, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing my
Oh.
job, man.
Oh. Yes, we have a resident orc and a resident troll.
So, good question. Like, when you have like a free comic book day and you get all those items, and obviously that comes out of pocket, on the reverse spectrum, if you have a stack that's just not touched,
Mhm.
how's that relate to you as an owner? Like, does that make you like go like, should I not focus on those series anymore? Because like I just went by to the store today for free comic book day, and I did, but
He bought one, got 27, but he bought one.
exactly. I rated that place. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm a good patron. I will buy my stuff. I think it was this one. So like I came in and everything was like down to like bare minimum because I was just there like 30 minutes before I came here. And this one, the X-Men #1 and for free comic book day was stacked the highest of all of them.
Wait, so your store was giving away the free comics from last year?
I guess so.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, extras they may have gotten or something.
#1 May 2020. I didn't even look at the year.
That was last year because that was, of course, obviously some of the stores got them last year, or they right before everything started
Lockdown,
shut down,
yeah,
there
shall
were
we
a couple.
say?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have been
maybe-
able to give them away.
Maybe
So-
they didn't
right.
lose money then recycling the ones that they had extra of.
Well,
Now,
actually, they kind of did lose money because you bought it for an event that the event never happened. So you paid
Yeah.
for the books that you couldn't give away, like the people.
Something,
who come in.
they had to eat the cost down a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that's
and
the
it's
other
still-
thing too.
And it still
Whatever
did
you
drop
buy,
down because
though.
it was like head high.
It was still really.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get one just because I feel bad.
you should have bought 5 more of them and said, look, I'm taking
That's-
this one
yeah.
for free.
That's
Well,
actually
I pity
interesting
you.
because you would think that book with the weight, like you
I
said,
mean, the
Marvel does a better job of
cover doesn't look bad. I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of
advertising.
like the cover.
Hold on, bring it up close to the camera. No, that cover's not terrible. No, that is not a terrible cover.
yeah.
Unfortunately, the event it led into was
Yeah.
Not
was
great.
ridiculous.
What did you?
It was the
it's-
event before X of Swords, right?
Yeah, it was before X of Swords. Yeah,
Exosword, yeah.
which even X of Swords kind of got a little weird.
Although, look at my girl's on there
Yeah, my girl Rogue.
without that jackass that they keep. Oh my goodness!
He came in later.
They've announced a new X-Men team, and
Mhm.
Rogue
Yeah.
is on it, and
Yep.
Gambit is nowhere to be seen. So thank God for that.
You
I
think
will
they're breaking them
definitely-
up?
I hope so. I truly hope so. And
Because
you know,
I mean, 2 years ago, man, that comic, Mr. and Mrs. X, was like a big deal.
oh God, you have no idea how much it hurt to have to order that stuff.
Well,
Truly.
tell us all about it. Like I said, this is the
Truly.
first ever episode of CKMY. So, it's like a therapy session.
I never understood how like these forward thinking, and I don't want to say progressive liberals or anything like that, or I guess maybe just saying progressives would be enough, but like they're for female empowerment and and all that other stuff, and I don't have a problem with any of that, but I just found it ironic that they kept, whenever she was in a book or whenever she was doing something, he was always there. Like, no, how about just doing her, let her have her own book, let her be on the cover by herself, let her not be near this dude.
You're just jealous of the Cajun. He gets to tap that.
No. No,
what?
it's female empowerment, but here's your chaperone.
No, yeah, right. No, and I've had more than one customer tell me that. But if that was the case, then I would hate Magneto and I would hate Sentry, and I forgot who else they tried claiming that she was with. That is most definitely not it. Gambit is just one of the actually no, he is the worst character ever created. And I'm even throwing in Paste Pot Pete. He's even worse than Paste Pot Pete. Okay.
Oh my! No! I'm not wearing that.
You think he's worse than Maggot?
Oh hell yeah! Leaps and bounds, dude. Gambit. Wow. I can't.
Oh my!
I can't accurately. He's
worse than Adam X.
Yes. Even with the trucker hat. Yes. With and without the trucker hat. Okay.
That's a bold statement, man.
Yeah, Don's choking on his food there, I think. He's like, I just took a mouthful of that when you said that. Jesus.
Speaking of Adam X, how did the X-Men Legacy book sell for you? The first 2 issues of the Brett Booth thing.
Believe it or not, pretty good. Good.
I actually bought it for the artwork. I mean, it was pretty.
Yeah.
Adam X is still a crap character, but
exactly, completely, yes, completely and totally.
Extreme X.
But Brett Booth's artwork was quite good, quite good. And this week, the one with Walt Simonson doing the X Factor stuff, excellent. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, I mean,
this is that book is probably one of the best ideas that they've come up with in a while.
Yeah. Well, wait, actually, no. I think redoing the New Warriors was probably the best book idea they've had.
We're gonna get on to new. No, the new Warriors. The new Warriors.
Oh my god.
Well, see, here's the thing about this, and I'm just going to say this. I realize after reading the last Iceman series that came out, which
Grace,
okay, that was him. Yeah, okay. I realized after reading issue number 1, this book isn't for me, and I was okay with it. I mean, I've had to deal with the shit they've been doing with Rogue for God knows how long. I mean, I didn't even care for her in Uncanny Avengers that much. So I've been suffering for a while with having to realize that not all of these things are for me, and that's okay. So I sometimes get annoyed at the fact that like right now people are being outraged about the fact that allegedly Luke Skywalker's hand was responsible for creating Snoke or the DNA template or whatever. Like, okay, number one, how many of these people that are bitching and moaning and acting as if somebody just came in and kicked their cat? How many of those people actually read the book on a monthly basis?
How many of them have read anything to do with the extended universe?
Exactly. And number two, realize that you might not like it, but somebody else might. I understand that it would be nice for Marvel and DC and all that to be the way they were. Like if they could, instead of just hiring or having Chris Claremont on the payroll, maybe actually have him write a book, maybe. I mean, that would kind of work, but they don't do that. And I understand they're going to do these things. Like I can't tell you how many years I had to sit there and watch Joe Quesada literally whip his dick out and piss all over Spider-Man. Like it was terrible. It was terrible. And I know right now, maybe it's because he's trolling, maybe because whatever, but people have a low opinion of Dan Slott. But you know what he did for Spider-Man, he has, and I always say this to the customers. There was that one time where George Bush had an interview. He was doing a press conference thing, and somebody stood up and said, "Hey, how do you feel the rest of the world is going to see you? What are you going to think about you invading Afghanistan?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'd like to think that, I built up some political capital." As far as I'm concerned, Dan Slott has that with me because he single-handedly rescued Spider-Man. And I don't understand how a company like Marvel could really just sit there and allow the editor-in-chief to do what he did to Spider-Man. That's their main character. Now, I know people might have Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, whatever. No, up until that point, Iron Man was a C, maybe D list character. Okay,
I would have said B to C, not C to D.
Nah, see,
he's not wrong.
Name a definitive storyline outside of Demon in a Bottle for Iron Man.
Oh,
And you know
Christ.
what? And other than
Armor Wars.
Yeah, that's about it. So he has 2. That doesn't make anything above maybe C for me. But it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the face of the company. And to allow somebody to legitimately piss all over the legacy and all over the character, that to me is ridiculous. That's just flat out ridiculous.
Yeah,
and that's what they allowed to do.
Slot's kind of a mixed bag with me, man, because I hate what he did. When he did the I was actually on board with the whole Spider Rock storyline until he did that one scene, which was basically character assassination on Peter to lend legitimacy to Doc being the hero, because Peter Parker has an immense flaw. He cannot put his
uncle
life.
Keeps dying.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Besides that, it's like, dude,
come on, yeah, but you can't blame
dude,
Spider-Man for that. Bruce Wayne does the same thing with his parents.
That's gonna be like his personal hell, dude. Like every movie, they're like, "Do I gotta watch my uncle die again?" But no, he did that scene where Peter chose to save himself over the person. That because that was when he could actually influence Doc, and he didn't know about it. And he did that scene where there was that woman, I can't remember, I think she was falling, and he could have influenced him to save her, but he chose to save himself. Peter Parker cannot do that. He has a flaw with himself. He will risk his own life to save one of his enemies.
Yeah.
And when Dan Slott did that, that's when I was like, okay, dude, I'm done with this. Okay. And the fact that Dan likes to troll people and talk shit doesn't help either. But he is a competent writer. He is a good writer when he's not being a dick.
Yeah. Although I didn't like the Iron Man, and again,
I didn't care for that either.
Yeah, maybe this is my bias against Iron Man. If he's on a screen and he's Robert Downey Jr., I can get into it. But in comic books,
I didn't like his Iron Man run. I don't like his Fantastic Four.
Well, that's picked up. I will agree with you, but that's picked up with the whole. And I don't know.
I don't like what he did. We were talking about Franklin Richards a little bit before we started. I don't like what he did with Franklin Richards. I think he did that just to troll fans, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, but that led into what I say was a defining moment as to why I feel Charles Xavier is a villain now.
100%.
100%.
And I have to wonder, and to maybe take a little bit of the heat off of Slot on that, I have to wonder how much of that was Hickman influencing him. Because Hickman was in charge of that whole overarching story.
Can you tell me, Bob, is Hickman held hostage somewhere? The X-Men books aren't what they were. Seeing the amount of detail and the amount of scheduling and the amount of the way the books were during House of X and Powers of X, Powers of 10 or whatever. Yeah. It's not the same. And has anybody heard from Hickman since last March?
Well, he's actually leaving the book.
Well, no, he's doing it. He's doing another book. He's doing another. They announced another X-Men.
Yeah, but someone else is taking over the X-Men.
But the X universe was his. He was in charge of all of that. That's what I'm saying. And then somewhere along the way, it seems, and it was tied into last March. It seems like he's in a bunker somewhere or something. Nobody's heard from him. He hasn't said anything. I don't really. If I follow him on Twitter, I didn't really check to see if he's posted anything. But literally,
it sounds like they keep him locked in a basement right now.
Dude, the way that he was he was writing all those other books, and he was plotting all those other books, and like I said, he was in charge of the entire X universe. At that point, man. All the X books, he was in charge of the whole thing. So who knows, man? They might have him chained by his leg to a freaking computer typing away
next to Chris Claremont. Yeah.
Well,
write for me. You'll get some supper if you create this new character, this new storyline. Don't you want your supper?
We need a cod piece for Namor. Get it on there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my God, man. But I get what you're saying though, man. But Gippy, Professor X is pretty much all the X-Men with the exception of maybe Wolverine and
is he really? Well, I with that particular segment where, you know, with relating to Franklin and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, that was, but I see that as him wanting to protect mutants. Like they're tired of like all those years of like having to, you know, beg for a place at the world and getting treated. Like, did you read the X-Men that was immediately before House of X and Powers of X? I think it was.
Yeah, when they had the meeting, the big power meeting with the people and all that.
No. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
In the bar
with all the world leader, with the world.
I'm speaking specifically about what they did to Wolfsbane. Like when you see something like that, that's ridiculous.
Okay, but that story didn't make sense because there's no way that those 4 dudes was going to be able to take Wolfsbane.
That is true. I agree with that.
She's literally a freaking werewolf who's been trained by some of the best hand-to-hand fighters in the world. She's taken on freaking gods and frost giants. And she's going to get beat by four dude bros who are going to play Xbox.
She didn't want to fight them. She was like, I'm just sitting here.
She wouldn't have to fight him. She could just run.
Push him away.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I trust me. I know.
Like, and Hickman got dragged for that story too. He got dragged for that pretty hard. He was like, dude, this makes no sense. And he actually kind of came out and said, yeah, he was trying to create a narrative, but he used a bad example to do it.
Well, I mean, it did. See, and this is the other thing when you try to make lemonades out of a shit sandwich, is that it results in one really cool scene where Wolverine goes with I forgot the chick's name. Yeah, or Revenge. No, it was Revenge. It wasn't. It wasn't Psylocke. And with the bag of weapons, and he's like, you know, you take one because you know you're gonna need it or something like that, and the door just closes. Like that was one of the coolest recent Wolverine scenes.
Yeah, well, he drops the bag of weapons from him, and he's like, because he's like, I'm not gonna kill an unarmed person.
Yes. That was awesome. That was quite awesome.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Like the outcome of it was interesting, but getting there was like that was total crap.
Mm-hmm.
But
it didn't matter because Hickman brought her back. So hey, you know what?
I'm.
And that's another thing. It kind of takes away the severity or
specialness of death.
Yeah, the Nightcrawler book is actually him investigating and dealing with that.
Way of X.
Yeah, Way of X, because it's him looking, saying they're starting to like I was talking earlier about how I was waiting for the other shoe to drop with all the underhanded and messed up stuff that they're doing.
Yeah,
and to get into that thing with Xavier's done more than just that. I mean, that one moment with Franklin.
Oh yeah, no, he's
was
done
a big deal, but he's done. They're doing some really shady stuff. And they're also becoming very basically all the bad things that can happen when you're trying to become like an ethno state is coming to fruition. Like they're like, the clone mutants, we're never going to bring them back even if they die.
I remember that.
Wolverine just sent Laura into freaking
to that vault thing,
into the vault thing where they're going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
So there's that thing. There's the no precogs because we don't want them to know our plan. A lot of this stuff comes down to, I think that Moira basically altered Charles in a way that he can never be. He'll never be the Xavier that he was.
Listen, Xavier was a bad guy before that even happened too.
He's done some underhanded. He made some bad calls.
His entire plan is based on child military.
But he's never been like this. He's never been anywhere like this.
He's a guy who's escalated.
Oh, that's what he is. And the other thing too is the whole thing. It's all stems from Moira, and from her deaths and rebirths coming back, and her trying to change the future. But there's a thing, and this is the thing that's weird because I don't understand why why Hickman is basically not going to be in charge of the X universe really anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Is I'm wondering if his storyline is going to be completed, or they're just going to go off on a different tangent, because one of the elements that's still hanging out there that has not been touched is Moira's missing life.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all her rebirths, one of them is missing. She can't remember it. It's gone.
Ooh.
And that I think leads into the whole storyline with Nimrod. I think he figured out what she was doing, and he's using that to create the future that she's trying to stop. So
Interesting.
Okay.
But now that Hickman is no longer in charge and that they're turning the reins over to someone else, I don't know if we're going to get that. I don't know if we're going to get the other shoe dropping.
So in other words, it's going to be a WandaVision situation.
It's
everybody's going, oh, this would be really cool if they do this. This would be really good. This would be really, no, they finished with that. Okay.
I think it's going to be they're going to change their mind and go in a different direction halfway through. And kind of like the whole thing that's going on. Like we were talking about that book, X-Men Legacy. The whole idea behind that book is they're going back to these storylines that were abandoned back in the past, and they're finishing up the way that the original creators wanted them to. I think this is going to be kind of a situation like that, where the plan was to go this way, and Marvel decided, well, we're going to go this way instead.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that's what we're going to get. So that's a big possibility.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when you think about it, because you want closure for these stories. You want, things to be resolved. You want a fulfilling tale, and you just think to, oh shit, who are they going to get now to write it, to lead it, to run it?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, ugh.
Yeah. What book is he going? Is he going to Fantastic Four?
Who?
Hickman.
No, he's doing X-Men #1.
Is he? He's doing another. He's doing a whole new. Oh, that he's doing the new the team that they just chose.
Not my #1.
No, that's Jerry Dugan, I think.
Jerry Dugan, yeah. But yeah, do we want to talk about the gala?
Oh God!
So tell me about the gala, because I didn't read it.
Okay, by the way, sorry, very quickly, if any of you actually, well, Bob, you probably do. Do you have a link to the images? You could just fire off to my producer. Because believe it or not, I am not just the looks. And by the way, everybody, oh yeah, Bob can post the link in the chat.
I'll post a link to the site where they can go and they can look at them all.
But also, I am not just the brains and the looks of the outfit. I am also the host, and we have a very capable producer in the background, doing his thing. But I would just like to remind everybody, please, 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 if you are watching this, be it live, be it on the replay, please, please, please remember to like, share, and subscribe this video to this channel, because, this you will rock. And hopefully every couple of weeks, we're going to get these guys together. If you like it and they're available. I mean, Adan works for a bit of food. Bob just needs the company, and Mike, we'll promote his comic shop at some stage.
There you go. I posted in the chat, and I'll post it up here for everybody. And we can all take a look at it and laugh together.
Oh, I think I've seen these images already, but yes.
We are laughing.
I'm just going to say one thing about this. Yeah. I've actually had 2 of my customers express interest in it.
Oh, so I'm sure there's going to be a few people that are interested, but a lot of people, the vast majority of comic fans are going to look at this and be like, "What is this crap?"
See, but it always leads, Bob. It always leads me to wonder, though. Like, are these the people that are invested? Like, are these the people that come in and buy X-Men, that have bought like everything that's been on the because they used to. I don't know if they still are. They used to do the thing where they would have in the back of the book, they would have like, here we go, the titles, like what X titles would come out in the reading order and stuff like that. Are these the people that do that, or are these people that just like, just want to get on the internet and bitch about something? Like, I always wonder.
I think there's always going to be an element of that where it's just people that no matter what it is, they're going to bitch about it. Like I'm a big wrestling fan, and right now you've got this big rivalry between the WWE and this new company, AEW.
Is it really a rivalry, though? Because like AEW seems to be doing the right things, and WWE isn't.
It is a rivalry, dude. You would not believe how many WWE stands there are that literally will defend that crap. No matter how bad it is, they will defend it to the death. And then there's AEW guys conversing on their side that even if the WWE does something good, like NXT is a good show.
Yes.
NXT is a good show. They will tear that show to shreds just because it's not AEW, because they want to hate on it. There are people that want to hate on things. And you're always going to have an element of that. But I think a lot of comic book fans are just they want to see superheroes doing superhero things. You know, and speaking specifically about like Marvel, like superhero comics, like I call them 4-color comics. They want to see superheroes doing superhero things. Okay. Something like this because this Hellfire Gala is going to be like what? Like 11 12 different books.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to do an entire, like basically like an entire miniseries run on a friggin' fashion show.
I mean, they did it with the swimsuit issues.
Well, the swimsuits was like once a year.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking they're gonna do 12 issues of a freaking built around a freaking fashion show. And I get it, and I get the idea because they're like, look, maybe we can get some people who are interested in something else to look at these comics. But in the long run, what is this gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna do anything.
I'm 50-50 about these outfits, by the way. I've been looking.
Dude, some of them are actually kind of cool, but some of them are like, I don't know who the hell.
I do remember liking Dazzlers.
Because Dazzlers makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, it kind of retains the like disco-y look that she had. And yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like
Professor X.
Professor X is one of the ones that I'm like, what in the hell am I looking at?
And Sunspot. Oh my God.
But actually, Warlock is probably the best.
Yeah, Sunfire's looks kind of cool.
Yeah, Sunfire's all right.
Colossus, everybody's talking about Colossus. I'm like this doesn't fit him at all.
No, I thought that was Mr. Sinister at first.
That's what I thought. I was like, is that Mr. Sinister? That's supposed to be Colossus. They're all like talking crap about it. Sage looks okay. Wolverine looks basically like he's just wearing a friggin' tuxedo with a bowler tie instead.
Warlock does look funny.
Yeah. Quentin Quire can die in a fire. I don't care. I hate that character.
He's going to come back anyways.
Well, yeah, they all will.
No, I think he's been resurrected the most.
Prodigy is the one that makes me go, what the hell am I looking at? He's the tall, thin black guy with the gold dress with the wings come off. Is like,
yeah, I see.
What in the hell am I looking at here?
Hold on, I've got. Which one are we on about here?
It was the third line.
Yeah,
yeah,
third line. The guy
Level
in the
10
gold
design
dress.
variant. X Factor.
What the? Excuse me 1 second. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I use this word once per stream. What the fuck?
It doesn't even fit the character, man. I'm like, what is this shit?
So sorry, is that Prodigy? Is that RuPaul?
Basically, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
iBoy makes more sense.
Sure.
iBoy makes more sense. Yeah,
iBoy makes a bit of sense because eyes. But what the hell,
dude?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I thought the final of the old drag queen series on whatever American channel you have, it's done now.
I like Nightcrawler.
The thing that really like the one that I'm like, what in the hell's going on here is the one below that where you got like, what is with the capes? You've got Madrox, whose power is he's basically a geomancer. He creates earthquakes and stuff.
No,
he looks like Zorro crossed with the Arrow.
No, Madrox is the one that duplicates.
No, that's right. Yeah,
you're thinking of Richter, who is also with a cape.
Yeah. Where's he at?
He's a couple. He's a few below that. He's next to Jubilee Gambit, the Marvel 21 design variant.
I see it. I see it.
Excalibur.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what now, dude? Look at Bishop. What the hell, dude? Bishop looks like a cross between Luke Cage and a pimp.
Right, hold on. Where is Bishop?
The Marauders, issue 21.
Yeah,
he's Bishop, and then next to him is freaking Iceman, who's not even wearing a costume, and he's got
Iceman got like this costume gown with like ice wings.
Yeah, these platform shoes.
Okay. Bishop here looks like a reject from that new Star Wars thing they're doing. What is it? The Han Solo clone.
I'm just
Gaius, whatever the hell he is. It's the same look. I mean, what the hell? That's not Bishop.
Look at Pyro in the first one. with he was right next on the same line of Bishop. He was the first one in the row. Pyro.
Yeah.
Wearing neck
Oh
beads.
wow, the tassel top.
Yeah,
the tassel top.
The dude who controls fire.
It reminds me of the beads in the doorway. Like look at the path to my heart.
Oh my god.
Not been funny. Did he sort of like pull down like a screen door or something, you know? You know those really cheap, shitty bead curtains you'd have like your grandmother's house to stop the flies coming in.
Now I will say, Mr. Sinister does look kind of dope. Mr. Sinister looks like he's in the very last one, he's the guy in the middle. He looks like
cape,
that looks kind of cool.
Well, he always has had a cape though. That's
but I'm saying because that's his thing in the book. Hellions, he's always talking about his cape or whatever. Yeah.
He looks like he's going full on Dracula Castlevania.
He loves his style. Even when he had multiple clones of himself, he would like always be styling.
Yeah. And then Psylocke looks okay. Exodus looks exactly like he always does.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Exodus did not change. He's like, I'm fly no matter what.
Yeah.
Bitches, I rule whatever you do.
So some of the and then Gambit looks like I don't know what the hell.
Wait, Gambit's here?
At the very
he's the second one. This guy here.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
The guy in the fucking bathrobe.
Oh, next to Jubilee. Well, you know what? At least he doesn't have those like those semi-fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Oh man.
True.
And Richter looks like totally like a friggin' that doesn't even look like a guy.
No, that's a gender fluid.
Looks like a character from. He basically looks like a gay version of the Arrow.
And
less fashion sense.
And now here's the thing: these books are eventually going to have to come up on FOC, and I'm going to have to determine exactly how many people are truly invested in this. And so I have to order carefully because whatever I order, I own.
Yeah, you can't. They're not refundable. They don't do a buy and return policy, do they?
Occasionally they do return. They allow them to be returned, but that's more DC than Marvel.
Is Marvel allowing you to do that for these? To do the cover tear and send them back, or
no? So I said no. Most of the time, whenever there's a return, it has to be for something that was shipped late, or there was some because they have like this code at the end. I thought parentheses.
I thought Marvel was lightening up on that and were allowing you guys to send stuff back.
No, DC, to their credit, as much, and this is probably why they don't promote their shit because whatever they do things ass backwards. They've allowed more returns through the history of me owning the store for 11 years than Marvel has.
Wow, because I thought Marvel, because I know that there was a was it 3 years ago the lenticular cover fiasco. They allowed people to they got ratioed so bad that they allowed people to send them back. I thought they
purely because of the fiasco, not because of general policy.
After that, I thought that they lightened up their policy on it, and then for not all titles, but for certain titles, they were allowing people to send them back.
Oh, you know what? No. This is a good question that they asked in the chat. Are they making these characters gender neutral, like the ones that are changing, or like are they in the storyline? Did they hint that they're making any changes like that?
Well, no, but I'm going to scroll through them. I'm going to go from the top, and I'm just going to say, right, X-Men, nah, not really. Mm-hmm. X-Force, nah, not really, although Professor X does look like he's just got a load of pimp chains on.
Oh, wait, Kev, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Oh. The reason this came about is because artist Russell Dauterman, he was a graphic designer or costume designer for some of the Marvel the cinematic features or something like that, or the TV show, one of the two. And he is like a legitimate, like, graphic artist thing, whatever. So the reason why some of them look different than the others is because he did like the initial, like, I think he did the top, and he might've done the X-Force, whatever, which I can't see the one that's on the top, but some of the other ones were done by whoever the creators were on those titles too. But so I guess we have Russell Dauterman to blame for all of this.
It's just such a complete, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Just be honest. Just say the two words you want to: shit and show.
Listen,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
it's,
I'm looking at Professor
Professor
X here, and it reminds me of. Do you remember that fucking classic comedy film? I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I was
Yeah.
about to say
He
that.
died of OG.
He looks like he's about to OG.
Yeah, he's OG right now, man.
you know who this design would work for? It would kind of work for Zorn.
I can
The
see
weird
that
because
for Zorn.
Zorn's got the weird energy of the
Yeah.
singularity thing. It would cut like
And he does
if it was
do
if
the
it was
chain
if it was
looks and
black and then the chains were gold and then you got that helmet that Zorn wears. I could kind of see that, but this for Xavier makes no sense. And for the love of God, man, enough with the friggin' Cerebro helmet.
It's like I never leave home without it, man.
I swear to God, man.
He can never leave home. He can't. He don't know where the fuck he's going.
No.
Oh,
Like
that's
some
my
of
one
these-
F-bomb for the show.
Like some of these designs, they totally work for them. They totally work for the characters. Like
Like-
Dakin's. Dakin's is perfect.
I would make fun of Dakin though, because like Dakin, like how into yourself are you that you're gonna have your tattoo
Dakin is
tattooed on
quite-
your shirt?
He's quite into
No,
himself.
yeah,
Dakin
but
is-
that's
that's
proper styling it out,
Yeah.
mate. That's styling it out big
I
time.
know he is, but I'm just saying that's why I
Dakin
would
is
make
that
fun of
dude
his
who's
character
like-
doing that.
Dakin is like everybody wants me.
Yeah.
That's Dakin. That's totally Dakin to a freaking T.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um,
He's like, yeah, man, what are you going to complain about? I mean, and if you look, I love this picture, the way Dakin is actually looking to his left. And then you can just see the speech bubble in his head going, what the fuck is you wearing, boy?
Yeah. No, well, that and Dakin probably would like lean over there and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
yeah, that's
The
Dakin,
prodigy
that's
turns
Dakin, man.
around and Dakin's like, oh, okay, never mind.
No,
Mistake, where
actually-
you gone?
Actually, Dakin would be interested in him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dakin is
Dakin
I
goes.
must admit, I don't know that much about Dakin.
Dakin's a switch hitter.
All right, cool.
mhm. Now North Star, he's more leaning towards the one side.
Yeah.
and then-
Okay. Oh, I've just noticed something, by the way.
Yeah.
North Star, you just mentioned North Star.
Yep.
Who the hell does he look like they just recolor coded?
Oh, Namor?
B negative
Oh, B negative.
from the New Warriors. Same
Kinda.
basic pose, same
Actually,
outfit.
That fits. That actually does kind of fit North Star. Aurora next to him should be wearing something almost exactly the same.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Her not looking like him because they're twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, her not looking like him doesn't make sense. Especially, well, I guess it depends on which personality is in control at the time.
Do they still have? Is that still a thing with her?
It's not as much of a thing as if she doesn't turn into a completely different person, but she still has like two different mood personalities kind of thing.
So like a normal woman then.
You
So-
said that, not me.
Hey, I'm an orc, mate. I'm not human. I'm just been speciesist. All humans. Green lives matter. Fuck you all.
Yeah.
And that's my one F-bomb for the show.
Someone said in the chat that this looks like Project Runway.
That's exactly what it is. It's Marvel's version of Project Runway.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
it's 100% what that is. I
So-
do agree. I think Dazzler. I do like kind of like Dazzler's outfit.
Yeah, Dazzler's outfit is the one of the best ones. And
Yeah.
like,
Dazzler.
there are ones that are
Yeah, no,
appropriate,
Dazzler
and
looks
ones that
cool.
don't fit.
Was
You
that?
just with Dazzler, you just expect John Travolta coming from the side.
That's
Alright.
kind of her thing, though, dude. She was like
Yeah.
a disco. She was like a
Yeah.
disco.
That's
singer,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You just expect it to come in. Him
And I
coming from
like
the side.
Nightcrawler too. Right there.
Nightcrawler's fits because it's the whole swashbuckling.
Yeah.
swashbuckling
That
thing.
would be
Yeah.
him.
Well, when they're not making him overtly religious.
Yeah.
This is true.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. That out. Remember, he had the outfit was like a kind of a cross between his old one and like the priest uniform. We had like the collar and everything. I actually liked that that costume. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good contrast. I mean,
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's had some really cool, like back in the day, Nightcrawler, Colossus used to be like two of my favorite characters.
Those their original costume designs. Yeah, you're never gonna beat those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But what the hell is Mercury and Jesus?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with all these new ones.
Some of these are just there are a lot of new characters.
Yeah. Pixie I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pixie-
Mercury looks like a Twitch streamer and just chatting, doing the body paint thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
in her
Pixies.
swimming pool that she inflated in her
Yeah.
living
Oh
room
yeah.
so
Oh,
she could
what
drink
you
it.
mean the
Yeah.
$49.99 from Costco jobby?
Yeah.
When they strapped a torch above it, just to
Got the bath
I-
bombs with the tie dyes.
Answering some of the question in the chat here, I do think that Marvel's really good. Like Mike said, Marvel is a lot better at marketing their stuff than DC is. DC will drop like stuff for their book the week before it comes out, and be like, "Well, we don't understand why people aren't picking it up
because they didn't bloody know about it, you idiots.
But I think their marketing machine is going to get enough eyes on this that it'll sell at least moderately well. But at the same time, it's like I said, it's like it's like a one and done. It's like there and gone. Like what's,
I mean, who is this marketed for?
There's no long-term marketing here.
No, that's what I mean.
Maybe they're expecting. See, this is where sometimes I think, and not for nothing, if you watch The Simpsons, there is a character on that show called Comic Book Guy.
Yeah,
and he exists for a reason because
that's because they just sort of like live captured Bob.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean when you get to the point, sir.
but the thing is, like, see, it could be like, okay, you know what? We're doing this Hellfire Gala thing. We're releasing images about, people getting powers from internet gas or something like that. And it's up to you as the store owner to keep these people coming back, to have an environment that welcomes them, or, that they're going to want to come back and see what other things are, or to be engaging with them and interact with them, as opposed to just standing behind the counter like, yeah, it's over there somewhere, just go over that way. Like, this is part of what I think maybe they do ridiculous things like this because it'll get them attention. Like Bob, Eric Bischoff wrote a book, Controversy Creates Cash. I mean, you want to have stuff out there that's going to catch, because, if you're doing something and you're doing something for the betterment of the world, chances are no eyes. But if you do something that's going to destroy the world, everybody's watching.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
But Eric Bischoff also hired Shit Stain. So
well, but you know what? He wasn't wrong with that title, though, because that is a fact. And this is what people don't seem to realize. For instance, with the whole Secret Empire thing, I can't tell you how many people lost their minds because Captain America said, Hail Hydra.
Yep.
Literally, the issue was regularly, it was normal. It was like, talking about Cap in the past and in the present. And then at the end, he throws some dude out of the helicopter and he's like, Hail Hydra. People lost their shit. And I'm like, okay, number one, this is the first issue. This is the first issue of this.
Yeah, there's more to come.
Yeah, you know? And number two, as I said, because I was with the whole Spider-Man thing, when Doc Ock became Spider-Man, the local TV crew came to the store and interviewed me about it. And I'm like, you can't have somebody be a hero if there's not something heroic that they need to do. They have to overcome adversity to be the hero. Yeah. So, okay, you know what? Cap just said, Hail Hydra. That doesn't mean he's going to be Hydra and then see how it played out. But it's like, you got to give him something to be heroic about. Otherwise, it's just
I was cool. I was like, this is going to grab a bunch of people.
Yeah,
when he did that.
It did.
Oh yeah.
But now the final execution did not live up to the hype that could have created.
But see, I wonder if that was because of the outrage that occurred and the death threats. Like,
well, you're thinking 11th hour course correction,
perhaps.
Well,
yes.
Here's the thing. The problem, the reason why, you got to remember, they weren't necessarily mad that he said Hail Hydra. They were mad when he came out and said, "This is the real Captain America. This is who he has always been."
Who said that?
Spencer?
Nick Spencer?
Yeah, Nick Spencer.
Okay, so that wasn't like in the first issue, but like people were legit.
Nick Spencer said that Hydra Cap was the real Captain America.
Oh, well, you know what? Hold on, wait a minute. But yeah, that's true in the context of the story. Yeah, because nobody knew that the Cosmic Cube was like tweaking his history.
No. The way that he wrote that story, that Shield used the Cosmic Cube to turn Cap into a hero. Nick Spencer retconned Steve Rogers' creation so that he was actually a Nazi. That's
so
why
you're saying
people
the original version of the Marvel story before it hit shelves.
The way that story was written. Now he tried to then later on during the Secret Empire, not Secret Empire, but the follow-up, the 2-issue follow-up series that he did. He tried to then retcon that a little bit. But the reason why so many people were angry was that the impetus of the story as he wrote it, Hydra Cap is the real Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Hero Cap is the creation. That's why people ratioed the crap out of him. That's why they were upset. They said this tarnishes the character forever.
I still like it.
Wasn't the original thing the thing was that the Red Skull was manipulating
he was manipulating
Jordan Peterson gets everywhere.
He was manipulating the sentient cosmic cube to turn him back.
To turn him back to
turn him back into Hydra Cap. He altered Steve. He was basically, he figured out that what they had done, and he was
correcting it. Should we say
he was correcting it? Yes, and that's why people got mad at him. And then later, like I said, after everybody got so upset with him, he then tried to kind of sort of change it so that you didn't really know who was really the real one. So that's why so many people were pissed.
Well, you know what they should have done? They should have never had him fight. Who was it? The Red Nail? I think that was his name. And that way he wouldn't have aged, and then they wouldn't have to worry about any of this crap.
The whole Original Sin storyline was stupid.
Well, that was an Original Sin?
It was Original Sin. Yeah, it was Nick Fury. It was the evil Nick Fury that caused him to age, turned him, made him into Old Man Cap.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing this now because we don't need to see any more of that garbage. But sorry. By the way, people in the chat, thank you for staying with us. You all fucking rock. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe this video. There'll be a graphic up in a second, I hope. If not, my producer is fired.
Isn't your producer the guy who owns the channel?
No, it's a collab. It's a collab.
Oh man!
But no. So hopefully that'll pop up in a second. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh well, never mind. I've said it already. So
you spread the word. The word is out.
Yes, and thank you very much, everybody. Again, like I say, because hopefully in 2 weeks, you all good for 2 weeks' time. Oh, I'm not ending the stream now. By the way, I'm not ending the stream. I just want to check with you all, get you all on air live. You good for 2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
And unless something comes up, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sweet. There you go. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be having the next one. Right. Now, Bob, Mike, you have been really going at it so far.
Right.
Don, you brought something for show and tell.
Well, I guess I can. So I would stop at my local
show and tell. Mike is looking forward to this one.
So I'm not going to do my free comic book day stuff because I just looked at them. They're all 2020. So they
got ripped off on free comic book day.
I mean, there's stuff I didn't have.
Dude, no, show them, man. They're still good books, man.
Well, tell them you don't want these expired free comic books.
Sell by date, mate. On that.
And if they had them at your shop, you don't know, man. A local shop might still have them somewhere.
Okay, so
no, they're on FOC this week.
Usagi.
Oh,
Usagi Yojimbo.
And I got this because my brother is like a big fan of this character, and he's like true samurai,
the wielder of grass cutter.
And then this one, I just saw the art and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this Vampire Masquerade.
Oh, the Masquerade.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're going to be making a new TV series off.
Yes, I was going to say there's a rumor going around that Vampire Masquerade is going to be coming a series. I can't remember whether it was Amazon or Netflix.
And isn't that a video game to begin with?
Yes, it was based on a video game to begin with, which is really hard to get nowadays because it's
oh really?
Bloodlines 2 is supposed to be. It's kind of in development hell right now.
Yeah,
it was supposed to have been released last year, but because of COVID, everything got pushed back.
And they haven't even got any screenshots available of that one yet. Yeah.
That's what I said. It's in developmental hell.
Yeah, and Vampire Masquerade. You can kind of get it from places like GOG, but it's a complete pain in the ass because you got to go in and edit files, and
they've got the big
stuff your average normie is never going to do.
Yeah,
interesting. So I'm glad I got that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This one is because I used to love
the man thing.
Yes.
Oh,
the guy that did the cover, the Spider-Man cover, Patrick Gleason, he did that cover there too.
Yeah,
it's a nice cover actually.
Evil Burns is the touch of the man thing.
He's such a low key.
I love that like where he lives is like the nexus of all realities.
Yes,
that force where he lives at that.
He's like the guardian, but doesn't want to be the guardian.
Yep.
What is that one again, Adan? What do you?
The Avengers Curse of the Man Thing #1.
Okay, because Spider-Man came out this week. This is Marvel. Occasionally, what they'll do is like around summertime ish or whatever, they'll do like random like one shots, and they're all connective. I have the Spider-Man and the Man Thing came out this past Wednesday, and then next week is X-Men and the Man Thing.
Okay. So
Don, you gotta go shopping again. You gotta go shopping again.
I'm gonna have to go back. Like some of the stuff, like I got some older stuff versus like newer stuff. I like to mix and match. Like I got the King in Black Ghost Rider.
Nice.
Which,
you know what?
The King in Black series is legit a good series for me.
I like that storyline. I just feel like it got dragged out too long.
The King in Black it did?
The whole Null thing. It took almost 2 years for the whole thing to kick off.
Oh, for him to get there and stuff.
Yeah, and like it just and that's Donny Cates, man. He's another one of those guys that just lays out this long storyline.
True, but like the side stories, like the Christmas side stories, fantastic. I love them.
Yeah, I like his Thor run. I love his Thor run.
Mm-hmm. True.
I did like the way that Venom seamlessly weaved into the King in Black thing, literally in the first issue when he drops him off the building, that's when the second issue picks up. I mean the Venom issue picks up, and then it goes to the second issue. But I think the ending was kind of uneventful, kind of sort of.
It was kind of it wasn't
they built up the hype, but then it was too high.
It didn't quite reach it.
It didn't stick the landing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like especially considering like that the finale in his Thor run, man, with Thor versus Galactus, that was insane. That was insane, man. Like that was intense. I was expecting like just an absolute beatdown between Venom and Null, and it was kind of
with Silver Surfer. Like I thought at least Silver Surfer will come in and do more, and he's like, "No, I'm the courier."
Yeah, he's like, you can go ahead and take my board and make your axe thing. I'll just gonna hang out over here.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much.
I'll get a job doing Uber Eats in the meantime. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or as Michael knows this as a wrestling term, he's sitting in back and catering.
Okay, in the industry I work in, I know exactly what sitting in catering means. And my God, they have the best food.
What else you got, man?
Just a few more things. So this one I just got because I like the cover art. The next Batman Second Son.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's with the that's the Future State, right?
Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah,
Future State. Yep.
Which I have not read Future State at all.
The Batman, the Future State books for me were hit or miss. Like the Wonder Woman one was really good.
Yes.
I really
wait. Which one?
The Yara, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Immortal Wonder Woman one was it was Jen Bartel's art. I mean, it was incredible, but it was very depressing. Very depressing. It was like at the end of everything, and Wonder Woman's like the last person that's around, and it was
that book kind of reminded me. Remember, it was the Hulk, the end.
Mm.
Oh God!
It kind of reminded me of that. That like we talk about how like it was dreary as hell. Kind of reminded me of that. But the two books that I really liked from Future State were the Batman and
Superman,
and, Wonder Woman.
Oh, Batman! I like the Batman Superman one too. Mm-hmm. It took place almost immediately before Future State happened.
Yeah,
it was like the last time they were together or something like that. And I thought that was good.
Okay.
What you got? What's next? What's next?
So this one, honestly, I have the issues 1, 2, and now I got 3, but I've never read them. I just got them because I'm like, this is my alley, and I'm going to read them at one day, all in one go. Avengers, Mech Strike.
Oh, Mech. Yes.
Oh,
Is it what's his name? Does the art for that?
Nakayama. Well, no, he did the cover there.
He did the cover.
Yeah, the
no.
cover.
Yeah.
Who does the interior art for that?
I can never read these.
Magno. Carlo Magno.
Okay.
Carlos Magno.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
Carlos
not who I thought
Magno.
it was.
Here's the other cover to the one.
Cover
Adan
is
has.
Kaizama
Adan,
and
check
Goro.
it out.
No,
He's got
the
other
one,
cover.
the cover that
Oh.
you have, Adan, is David Nakayama. He signs it like DNA. That one's cool too. They're both. Cool.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I got
This is the A cover.
I didn't realize I got the variant edition. I need to read these things.
Definitely. I do like. I mean, he did do the wrong cap. He should have done the Hydra cap. But you know what are you gonna do?
Oh no.
No,
Hydra Cap is the real cap, as we all know,
Exactly.
obviously.
Exactly. And then the interesting thing about Hydra Cap, just to say, like when he took power, let's just be honest, like he took power and like kind of made things better.
Got shit done. Yeah.
He got shit done. It was just like
It
he was
was
very extreme, but he was
Yeah.
like also making it to a sense like let them have a leash to go and feel like they have some bit
power.
of resistance.
Yeah.
But he was all in control.
Yeah.
So it was just I love the portrayal of his character.
Yeah, it's the illusion of control to stop them from. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But I digress.
what you got?
So challenge of the Super Sons.
Super Sons.
Yeah,
Oh.
The book that Brian Michael Bendis murdered.
Yes, that I will never forgive him for
Dude.
taking away Jonathan Kent from us. Brian Michael Bendis can suck the pipe.
Every time I go to New York Comic Con,
I think
see
Bendis
Peter
does suck
Tomasi
the
there.
pipe. That's why he's still working.
And every time I see Peter Tomasi there, we always commiserate on how he continues to get fucked over. First, it was by Grant Morrison because he was writing an excellent Batman and Robin series. In fact, I complimented him. I said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have given two shits about whether they were killing Damien or not. Because the way Morrison wrote him, completely like asinine. But Peter Tomasi wrote him, and he made me care about that character.
I actually I loathe Damian Wayne. I loathe him. I loathe that character.
Well, that's Morrison right there.
Because I'm a like Tim Drake is my Robin.
Listen,
I love
when Damian Wayne first came out, I could give two shits about his character.
But but you're right. When Tomasi did Super Sons, I went, this is so good. I can actually tolerate this character.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because Jonathan is such a breath of fresh air.
He's like his polar opposite, and they just mesh so well together.
And then Brian Michael Bendis,
destroy that. Destroy that.
And then Brian Michael Bendis took a massive shit all over it.
And they let him see. This is almost akin to what Marvel did with Quesada and Spider-Man. Like you have something good going on here. And like Tomasi said, the second time I saw him, I said, "Hey, you know, are you going to be able to fix what Bendis did?" Because at this time he was doing the first Super Sons volume, and he's like, I'd rather not talk about it. He's like, but it just doesn't make sense because that's the demographic that DC wants to reach, like those young kids, like in between teenage and not like young or whatever, you know, like right there. And he's like, and it made no sense to me that like I guess Bendis had him like reading like Playboy one time or something, like John when he came back or whatever. It was like something stupid.
Bendis doesn't know how to do kids.
Then why put him on the project?
Because he's Brian Michael Bendis.
He's got a name.
He's got the name, man. Yeah, that's it.
They think they still think he's the same guy that did Ultimate Spider-Man. But he's not.
That,
you know,
I don't even.
Funny enough, I did enjoy Ultimate Spider-Man, at least the end, where like killed him off. I said, and like when he died fighting Goblin. I thought that was like if Spider-Man got to go. That's a heart-wrenching way to go, and it was a great way.
Yeah, I actually liked that series. I thought it was a good reimagining. If you're gonna do a reimagining and modernize Spider-Man, that's the way to do it. Where it's not in the regular continuity.
I hated every single thing about the Ultimate Universe. I hated the very notion of the fact that, hey, we have these writers And instead of forcing them to be creative, because their Marvel's thing was that, you know what, we're bogged down by continuity and history, so we'll do something that, you know, that'll make it easier for our writers to put out. And basically all they did was the same exact thing that happened in the Marvel universe, but more contemporary. And
you
it was
gave
just lazy.
Shadowcat, that's mixed, and you hung out with the X-Men more.
It was complete and utter lazy American laziness.
Ultimate X-Men was probably the worst book that they did. I could not stand Ultimate X-Men.
Oh, by the way, I've just got to interrupt for 1 second. Yes, we really should rephrase that comment that was just said. He doesn't know how to do kids.
Let
us rephrase it. He doesn't know how to write kids in a superhero comic.
Yes.
By
DC
is what we're implying. Yeah,
that was the intent of that statement.
Yeah, yes, that was the original intent of the statement.
Why do I hang out with you people?
Educational purposes.
I guess.
And I'm not about to do
morbid curiosity.
Either. Yeah.
But no.
Everybody likes a car crash.
And you got to admit, Mike, they brought the Ultimates at least brought us Michael Morales.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
Yeah. Oh, come on! You can't even get the name right.
But is that?
Listen,
Is that really...
I was merging the two together, Mike and Morales.
I will say this though, man. I do not like Miles Morales being in regular continuity. I don't like having 7 different Spider characters in the same universe. They all dilute each other.
Yeah, well, it takes away from the main. It takes away from the main.
They just dilute each other. There should there's too many of them. In my mind, there should be a maximum of 3. It should be Peter in the 616. They missed a golden opportunity to recreate the 1610 and build it all around Miles, because the way it's supposed to work is, and because we had the storyline with Spider-Man where he found out that at the center of every universe in the Marvel continuity, Spider-Man is at the center of that universe. He's at the center of the web of creation.
Oh hell yeah!
The universe, every universe is every universe's Spider-Man is a vital element to it. That's why when the what was Mordred's family's name?
He's the unofficial Nexus character.
Right. Yeah. He basically when Mordred and his family would consume the spider of every universe, it caused that universe to basically fall into disarray. And
so let's let Joe Quesada piss all over the character because he's not important.
Yeah. But and Peter being the 616 universe, he is the core spider. All the other ones, it's kind of like how Superman, like how Clark Kent Superman in the Prime universe is, all the others kind of stem from him.
And can I just point out, by the way, in the background, Don looks like he's packing away a suitcase so he can get as far away from this fucking conversation as possible.
But yeah, the spider.
He's like, I need 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, 1 pair of jeans, and I'm out of there. Oh, hello, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, they did that thing where they're all at the center. They all exist at the center of the web of reality.
So glad you kept that in your sock drawer, by the way.
And and so like that's when they did like the Spider-Verse book and all that stuff. But I feel like there should only be 3 core Spider-Man. It should be Peter, Miles, and maybe Gwen.
So like,
and they should all be in their own universes.
You're missing Peter Porker.
Peter Porker? Oh, he's here. This thing is I've been
Spider Pig.
Oh my God. This is all like this is all the characters, how they centralize around each color character. And like Spider-Man has a full like panel, just how they all centralize and connect to him.
Yeah.
And
because Peter in the 616 is the core Spider-Man.
You could probably see how big this thing is. This is years old.
Damn, man, that is some.
Oh wait,
yeah. He has threads that go into everything and everyone.
Yep.
That's why Madam Web is always like. That's why he's like back in the 90s and the early, all the way through to the early 2000s until they started screwing with it. Like they said that he was destined to become the greatest hero in the Marvel universe. Captain America even said it. He said, "One day, you're going to be the greatest of all of us."
And then
then Joe Quesada and everybody got a hold of him and went, nah.
And then also Disney got the rights to most of the characters, apart from Spider-Man. And they went, oh, no, it can't be in the Marvel universe like that. No.
Well, it couldn't be a guy that was at the center of the universe.
It could be if he identified as something else.
But
I identify as a tree.
But no, I like Miles. I like and Gwen's kind of hit or miss for me, but there's just too many of them, man. Like I think last time I counted it up, I think there's seven active and then Spider and Octavius being basically another Spider-Man, I think is just total crap.
At least he's got the right amount of limbs.
Now he does.
Well, now he does, yeah. But but other than that, like I said, they missed a golden opportunity to kind of like restart the 1610, because when they did that storyline in Unworthy Thor where the Ultimate Universe's Mjolnir showed back up and it like broke through the barrier of reality and landed in the ruins of Asgard.
War Thor.
Yeah, and created the War Thor thing. What they could have done is they could have had because every universe has their own version of eternity, right? The guy who encompasses the entire universe. When the 1610 was destroyed, two pieces, like when they did the whole Battle World thing, there were two unaltered pieces of the 1610 universe that survived. The Maker and Miles Morales, because they both came over on the raft. So they are unaltered pieces of the original 1610 universe. The idea I had was that the eternity of that universe put the last of its essence into Mjolnir, punched it through this universe, hoping that Miles Morales would find it and restart the 1610 universe with him at the center of it.
Please no.
Why?
Please. No.
The Spider-Man has to be at the center of every universe.
Oh no, I'm not saying you're right. No,
you're saying he doesn't want the
logic
Ultimates to come
tracks.
back.
I just don't want the Ultimate Universe to come back. Definitely.
That way you can fix all the problems, the things that they screwed up with it, and then Miles Morales would be in his own universe, Peter's in his universe.
Actually,
No. I think Mike has a bit of an idea there. You know, if the Ultimate Universe doesn't come back, it kind of fixes itself because it's no longer there.
Well, I do think the Marvel Universe could use a little more incest. So if we can get Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch start fucking again,
that'd be awesome. That was such a creepy element of that story.
That was uncalled for.
That was the R.R. Martin version, wasn't it?
Dude, the sad thing about that too is that Joe Mad art was so good.
Yeah.
That Joe Mad art was amazing, but that story, I'm like, God, that's just creepy.
I would rather have 100 Hellfire Galas than read that nonsense.
Fair enough.
That was
what's his name?
Blob.
When Wasp is trying to explain to Steve Rogers what's going on, because he just not see it.
Oh,
and she's like, "No, you don't understand. They're love." He goes, "Yeah, of course they are. They're brother and sister." Because he's a normal person like the rest.
He's a nice, normal, wholesome guy.
Brother and sister, they love each other, of course.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, they
no."
The look of horror on Steve.
No,
what? It's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
the Ultimate
in the Ultimate Universe. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were like super into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of them was more into the other one than unless she did a bit of pegging on the side.
Oh no, they were. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was a thing. Yeah.
All right, so to bring it up from that sour grape.
Yeah, now it makes sense that Magneto hated his son, because he's like, because Magneto was kind of a normal person too.
Yeah, I brought an incestuous little bastard into this fucking world.
Oh man, that's like I love that. I love the artwork in that storyline. I love that storyline was all messed up too, man, because it was like 3 different stories at once, and none of them were all that great.
True,
but the artwork is phenomenal. Oh my god, that's probably the best art that Joe Matt has ever done.
Shame it was wasted.
Oh man, it's beautiful stuff, man.
But I'm saying it's shame it was wasted on the story.
Oh, it's completely wasted.
Yeah.
That's just like was it the Ultimatum storyline where the universe was basically destroyed? Completely wasted. David Finch's art in that book was amazing. They completely wasted that too.
I hate everything about the Ultimate Universe.
Even the cartoon movie.
Mike's like this friggin' book is cancer.
Yeah, Mike just looks so enthused at the moment. You know, I'm picking up so much positive energy from him that my camera can't even handle it, and it's fucking frozen again.
The first issue of the first issue of the Ultimates, which is basically the Ultimate Universe's version of the Avengers. The first issue basically has the Hulk,
Freddie Prinze Jr.
saying he's horny and he wants to kill Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hulk horny.
His character did get better though, didn't it?
And Freddie Prinze Jr.
Was there really anywhere to go but up?
Yeah, describe better.
It did.
Yeah.
Like eventually, he started off gray, eventually got green.
Yeah,
and
he became a vampire.
He did become a vampire.
Yeah, he became a vampire.
So, like the last thing I remember was like the bit where he fought Wolverine in the mountains, and
you know what, that storyline, but that fight was actually pretty cool because
that was cool.
That's the one where he tears Wolverine in half and then throws both pieces in opposite directions.
Yeah, over the mountain tops and shit like that. Yeah,
the resolution to that issue for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
you mean the one that Damon Lindelof did?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's because it took that long for Wolverine's two halves to climb over the mountaintops to get back together. Do you know what I mean? It was done in real time. It was an RTS.
That story actually, me and my friends, like this one of those things we do when you're drunk and high. We were talking like, okay, so like both pieces are in that separate places. What happens if both pieces regenerate? Are there 2 Wolverines now? Does the other Wolverine remember who he is?
Yeah.
You know? Like every time Wolverine gets cut and a piece of him comes off, does that turn into another Wolverine?
Yeah. Well, it is the Ultimate Universe, so yeah, that sounds like something Ultimate.
They did. I don't think they ever did that with Wolverine, but I know for a fact they kind of did that with Deadpool. That's how you had an evil Deadpool. It was like all his pieces that were put back together and they became sentient.
Yeah,
that was like did you guys watch the Immortal Hulk? Did you read any of the first story arc was actually really good? Did you read it?
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Where that scientist cut him into when the scientist cut him into pieces and having the
Don's come prepared today.
And he's like, and he was like, and he's like smiling. He's like, because he's like the guy brings them together, and then he just like, because then he can control them all, and then he just breaks out. Dude, I love that book, man. That first story arc was so good.
They brought the Hulk back to being like a horror.
Oh, it was 100% a horror book.
It's
like
still a horror story now. Like in some of the things that they're doing with his character,
like when he
visually horrifying.
When he found that dude, like that radioactive guy that was killing people,
and
then that guy was like, "I just want to be left alone." He goes, "Okay," and then he buries him alive.
Yeah.
So now he's trapped in that thing forever. I was like, God damn, that's just brutal, man.
Well, he asked for it though. Let's be honest. He wasn't really being a bad guy there. He was just doing what he was asked.
Yeah, but
I want to be left alone. Right, hold on. Yeah, there you go, bitch. Nobody's going to bother you now.
Yeah, no, the story about the green door and the one below all and all that was a really great story. Yeah, but you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the old school Swamp Thing, which was like a pure horror comic book.
Yeah.
I got vibes like that from that. But what else you got, man? Did you get any other books?
I did actually. So I got
funny that.
So I didn't know they had this already. So I got Alien #1, but it was this second printing. I didn't get the first printing. And I did get number 2.
Cover.
The cover is really nice.
Oh yeah.
So what's the name of the guy that did the cover for that one?
I was unable to figure that out. Yeah, I think it might be In Hyuk Lee, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I think he did one of them. Is that his cover though?
I think so because it says on the interior his name is on there, but I don't know if they changed from the original, the first printing, or if they actually reflected it. But I can't see. Actually, wait. I think
Oh.
I never know where to look.
See, the funny thing is that Don's doing a bit of show and tell here.
It's Salvador LaRocca.
Yeah, that's
it's the second
that's
name.
LaRocca.
Okay,
I think
on the side here.
Lee did do
Lee did
another one.
the first print, the cover for the first printing.
Yeah,
But like
Dude, look at
at
this.
first
This is-
when I saw it, I thought, okay, this is another variant.
Oh,
because
that's
they were
some
doing
nice.
variants. Oh, that was
That's
a lovely.
some nice
You're gonna
shit
like this a
right
lot.
there, man.
that's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, hold up
Say it
again,
again?
Mike. Yeah,
Yeah, hold it up.
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
it up.
yeah. Give us one more view of that bad boy. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at that. Now,
That's
see,
dope.
that is quality. That is what people want when you buy a book.
And you know what? And like, I used to like the aliens from the Dark Horse ones, and like,
Dude.
but speaking of the covers, like this one, number 2, is very reflective apparently.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very reflective. Jesus.
But look,
Lower it
like,
down a little bit. Lower it down a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
see how it like you just have. Ironically, it's reflective. It's the reflection of art, like the aliens looking at the guy in the pod, and like in it's the reflection on that. But I'm reflecting a lot on this. But I'm like, I'm so excited for this, and that was one of the things I was excited about with when Disney and Marvel got the contracts for Aliens and Predators and stuff, because I'm like, yeah, bring them into the Marvel universe. Dark Horse has had them for a long time. And they did a lot of good stories, but never got to shine as much as when they were doing crossovers. In my opinion.
Well, that first Predator story when Dark Horse first started doing it.
with
really good.
With what's her name? With Broken Tusk and
Noguchi. Mako Noguchi.
Yeah,
which I have both those figures.
I don't have the figures. I have the omnibus graphic novel of the entire Hunter's Planet. Was it Prey was the first one, and then you had Hunter's Planet, which was the second one, which followed her story after she'd been with the junta for a few years, and then she'd fought back against them when they were taking over another human colony and.
Against what's his name, Shorty.
Yeah, Shorty.
Yeah. But
Because,
I dropped a link for that in the Lee cover, man. That thing is so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm just gonna call that up now. Hold on. This is the cover that he just dropped a link to here.
See, that would be nice.
It's so
now
pretty.
look at this. This is called art. This look at that. I mean. It's an alien. It's one of the most deadly thing in the world, but it's sexy as fuck as well.
That's Geiger, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. The Marvel's they're putting out all those covers, a bunch of them with alien hero, the heroes versus the alien, and then some of them versus the Predator.
But yeah, there's like 23 different
I have
covers.
several of them already. Like I have one was like Shang-Chi and like some of the Marvel characters.
Yeah, there's one with it's the Predator versus the Guardians of the Galaxy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the character, but I did like Jamie McKelvey's artwork on this.
Yeah, that looks.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
But it looks like it looks like a substitute for Ripley.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah. There's the Shang-Chi.
Yeah, the Shang-Chi. The Shang-Chi one was pretty dope. I like that one.
This one's okay. This is Russell Dowderman.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Yeah.
There you see Adan, by the way, before Mike goes any further, I'm just going to say Adan goes show and tell. Mike goes, I've got a whole shop, bitch. What you got?
This would be a good series.
I only have just under 3,000.
Daredevil. If I could suggest one Marvel series for people to be reading right now, it's Daredevil.
I haven't read Daredevil in years, but I have like
so
the most
good,
Daredevil 1980s, 90s.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at that again. Oh,
it is so
good.
It's the alien. You can feel the aliens, the scream between the two of them on that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to say like Marvel had their version of the aliens. It was the Brood. They're knockoff aliens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the aliens, the xenomorphs are actually one of the. They could actually probably work them into the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
look
dude,
at that.
That Daredevil storyline, the one they're doing right now is really good too. Like where he's in prison. Oof. But the one before that where he stopped being there for a while, and then the side story with the Kingpin, and that was so good. I think I got that one.
Yes.
That's that issue with the Kingpin where he's at that dinner, and that one guy is just like the guy's just ragging him and just ragging on him for the whole dinner, and then he's in the washroom washing up, and the guy comes in like, "Oh, I was just kidding," and everything, and then the next panel, there's just blood everywhere because the Kingpin in that story, he's legit trying to go straight. He's the mayor of New York, and he's legit trying to he's trying to go straight, but he's the Kingpin.
He just can't get away with it.
He can't change who he is. Yeah, no. And he just blacks out and he just murders the dude, just rips him apart.
Yeah. And by the way, Stormy, Mike, Stormy says you're flexing.
No, I'm sharing.
You are. You're flexing. You're like, shut up. Look at me.
I like that one. That one's good.
Yeah, that's the
queen, that one with the queen.
Mm. Mike had them all stacked, ready to go.
Yeah. I don't know how the hell this came about. This conversation. We don't plan this.
He's like Mayweather with friggin' $100 bills, man. He's just like,
yeah.
So I only have slightly under 3,000 comics, but it's nothing comparison to.
What else did you get in your pool? What? Show us the rest of your pool list, man.
Okay, so I already showed you my Immortal Hulk.
Yep.
I always have a Transformer available, so I have the new
Transformer My Little Pony. Oh
no, I didn't get the My Little Pony variant. I should have.
What you got?
Cyclonus.
Oh yes, I was going to say
super reflective right there.
Have you got Scourge as well to go with him?
No, I don't got Scourge. But I do have.
Do you have Didn't they make the ship that they had that Unicron gives them that ship?
That's coming with Galvatron, but it's going to be a little bit of a weapon. So the ship looks like the original ship, but it's doubling as a blaster weapon for Galvatron.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
But they did make the Ark, the ship that Optimus Prime flew in on.
Yeah,
that's going to be their new Titan, and the chest piece of the Titan comes off and becomes the computer base that you always see in the cartoon that everybody works on.
Yeah,
so it becomes like a diorama piece, and then it transforms into another robot.
Mate. Hold on.
Teletran.
Teletran. Yeah, Teletran 1. Yeah, that's it. I was just looking up. I've got the first 4 seasons of the OG cartoon, which is the best 4 seasons.
I am a better nerd than you are.
Oh no,
because you had a cameo on The Simpsons.
I have a lot of Transformers. I just don't remember them all. I have Jetfire back there, also Skyfire.
Yeah, I got that. That looks like that's based off the Veritex from Robotech.
Well, yeah, that's based off of that. I have the IDW General Warrior Optimus Prime variant. I have the oversized Megatron from last night. And I have the oversized Predaking. I have the CW Combiner Wars version of Ultra Magnus with the variant third-party cab that actually turns into a smaller version of Ultra Magnus. So it becomes.
You got Predaking. Do you have Computron?
I do not have Computron, but I do have Trypticon.
Nice.
Trypticon. Sorry.
Trypticon. What about Metroplex?
I did not get Metroplex.
God, that thing is hard. I have never met anybody that's got that thing. I wanted that toy so bad.
No. I actually used to have many years ago. I actually had OG Soundwave.
That was the first one I ever had.
Yeah, and it actually worked as a tape deck as well. It actually worked as a tape deck. Yeah, you could actually put a cassette in it and play. You had to hook up some speakers to it because you had a little jack in the back, but it had actually play a cassette tape. That was just but you know, orcs been orcs. We just ended up using it to bludgeon each other over the head with. So as you do.
Have you ever heard of? Have you ever been a Transformer fan? You ever heard of James Reyes?
James Reyes?
Yeah. He was the artist on Dreamwaves Transformers for a little while.
Oh, okay.
But he has a YouTube channel called The Box Office Artist. He does these drawings called the most detailed drawings ever. and like half of them are Transformers. Dude, they are amazing.
Nice.
They are bonker shit. I've actually got to talk to him a couple of times. He's really cool. But let me see if I can find some of his stuff, dude. It's like if you look at these pieces of art, you're gonna be like, how the hell did he do that? And he used to draw them live.
Oh, that's always sick when I see that.
Like
I used to go Comic Cons and see people drawing live like that. It would always blow my mind.
Yeah, it blows your mind.
Like
here's one. How the hell?
Here's one he did of Galactus. Let me go ahead and throw this in here, man. It's insane.
Gippy behave.
There's the link. Go ahead and show that, man. It's
I'm gonna excuse me, ladies. I'm gonna pull this up. Oh my god! Hold on. Oh yeah. This is
talk about like RoboChack. That
he did the.
That reminds me of my like the art style back then.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the state of that.
That's bonkers, man. That thing is huge too. Here's he did Metroplex. Here's Metroplex.
Oh, hold on. No, okay.
I can see why they will be like the most detailed right now.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
Like,
oh my word.
Yeah, they're like 22 by 17. Like they're two normal comic book pages taped together. But he's actually got a special deal with Disney because he did all the he did every Star Wars movie. He did like this crazy detailed drawing of every single movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it took him like 9 months to do the whole thing. And then he took it to one of the conventions, and they saw it. Let me see it. Oh yeah, here we go. Maybe a picture of it.
Yeah, so I'm just flicking between these two until you send me something else because they are gorgeous and they deserve to be seen on screen.
Yeah. Let me see here. Star Wars. And this is how I met him because he actually drew this thing live. And no, go back. Oh. But and he would like talk to people in the chat and stuff about it and everything. Just really nice guy. Let me find the large one here so you can see it.
He was probably chatting to people whilst he was drawing.
No, he was. That's what
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is quality skill. You know what I mean? That is high-end skill there.
Like I've drawn before, but like my stuff is simple in comparison. And then like it's taking me like a week maybe or like a full day. And I'm like just focused listening to music. I'm not chatting, not being distracted or anything to draw something like of this detailed caliber. Like I'm zooming in.
So here's the here's a colored version of it. And each one of these separate pieces was about 3 feet long and about 2 feet wide. This piece was so big it covered the entire back wall of his house.
Holy shit in a fucking shingle.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to ignore the bottom right-hand corner.
But yeah, he drew that live, and I remember being in this hanging out with him in the stream one time, and we're doing like to like help like keep him awake and pass the time. We're doing trivia and we're doing like song trivia and stuff like that.
Oh, he even has the Rogue One cast.
Yep. Yeah, and remember, and like I said, each one of these pieces. If you go to his YouTube channel, it's called The Box Office Artist. He has a video of him drawing this thing live, and then taking the piece and hanging it up on the wall. And by the time he gets done, this thing like covers his entire freaking wall.
But, I can see where like some lines would be like the seams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the pieces.
Yeah,
but still, like it's.
But the way he blends it in a bit with the lightsaber blurs and all the rest of it, it makes it feel more organically one piece.
Yeah, but he got he took that to the convention and he caught the eye of the director of LucasArts. So they flew him into LucasArts to show this piece off and everything. And then that brought him to the attention of Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige commissioned him to do the same thing, but with the entire Marvel Cinematic film universe. So he did a piece of every single Marvel film.
Damn.
And it was and they showed it at the beginning. It was at the premiere for Infinity War. There was a big mural up there. So let me see if I can find that one. That one was friggin' bonker shit too.
Oh, mate, this dude is. What's the words I'm looking for?
See, I thought it was
Off
impressive.
the rails.
I got
with
a
his
one
skill.
piece of art like in a box somewhere where this guy did like the alien hive where it was like all the little xenomorph eggs. And then you
Mhm.
see like little tributes to all the big fan arts like He-Man, Star Wars, Star Trek, Transformers, all these little characters all in the hive, either being infected or like cased or like just. And I thought that was impressive. I'm saying this, I'm like, dude, my piece was not up to par.
I can't find the one with like.
See, I've done a bit of art in my time, but unfortunately, I normally eat the crayons. So, you know,
I mean,
still a work in progress.
Isn't that good in fiber?
It is, but you know, apparently you're supposed to take them out of the plastic packaging first.
Yeah, that can interfere with that.
Yeah. It was a bit rough on the way out, shall we say?
I can
See here.
understand.
You're
that.
about to say I can understand that. Yeah, exactly. You can understand that. So you've had the same problem. I'm glad it's not just me.
So here's one of the pieces that he just did. This is just for one of his videos. It's every single Iron Man armor.
That's a lot of armors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that in there. But and this is just like for one of his videos. So it's and he did this in like
damn.
This is just from the movies?
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, like, there's more.
Oh yeah. And but this is like he did this in like one sitting.
That's one sitting.
Yeah. It's like an 8-hour video, like just like one day, 8 hours.
Oh my god!
And again, it's like two regular size pages like stuck together.
I love the fact that he still included RDJ.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like just check his stuff out, man. That guy's insane.
Yeah, Bob's still losing the will to live because it's Iron Man on the screen here. He's like, he's D-list. Iron Man's D.
Much.
Well, you know, Mike, you're right. Like they before the movie came out, he was a D-list character. And
Yeah, he was.
The movie stole the show and made him the A-list character.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. stole the show.
I was going to say
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr. made him.
And you notice, like I did notice, like after the movie came out, all the cartoons versions of his character, even in the comics still kind of held true to the his character more, but like the cartoon versions are RDJ. 100%.
Yeah. They retconned the personality behind it.
Oh, dude, that Avengers Earth and Mighty's Heroes show that ran for 2 seasons. That dude that did the voice for him sounded like just like him.
Yes.
There's
And
my
I
wrestling
actually
fans.
loved that show. That was a great show.
It was.
The first few episodes when they introduced the characters and the big bad that they had was
Gal
Graviton.
Simone.
Graviton. I was like, oh, they use Graviton, and then he's like fighting the Hulk. He's like, how's this possible?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. There's an AEW piece he did.
Oh, for the wrestling, yeah. Sometimes like when I see like the comparison of black and white versus color, sometimes I go like the black and white could be better.
Black and white.
Yeah,
No.
sometimes.
It's more impactful, I find.
Mm-hmm.
It's more because details pop off more with black and white than with color when you've got all the shadings and all the rest of it. Whereas if it's just simple black and white, it's more stark, it's more raw, it's more impactful to me.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah.
Oh God.
Now I gotta show the Unicron.
Oh. Gimme.
I was gonna say if you had the Unicron figure, bro.
No, I would kill to have that figure, dude.
I didn't have it, but one of my friends had the Unicron figure. We actually used it as a oversized golf ball.
Oh,
When
they
we
had
were like-
the original one, you mean, or the new one? Because they just released a new
No,
one.
no, no. I mean, I'm talking OG. We're talking like early 90s.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, we used it as an oversized golf ball because my grandparents' place was literally right opposite a giant field. And summer holidays, you get bored. No computer games and stuff. And oh my God,
Yeah.
never mind what I'm saying.
Wow.
Hold on, can I?
Yeah, you can zoom in. I think you can.
Yeah, it's not letting me zoom in more than that.
Yeah, it's not the best picture.
But hold on, look. Boom, 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 boom. I am Unicron.
Oh no!
And I had a Dinobot chew my ass.
I'm forcing the zoom, and even blurry is still good.
Just look at this. Look at this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just going in on the head right here. Look at it. Look at this. Wow.
He's crazy good, man.
You know
Just
what?
look at
If
the
this was
detail.
colored-
Just look at the detail with all the little bits.
I don't think you could appreciate it as much colored. Like it would be awesome nonetheless, but like the color would overshadow some of the details that you're looking at right
Big
now.
time.
The color one that he did is, I agree.
You did a
with you.
color one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He colors all of his stuff, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, he colors it all.
Ew.
But
I mean,
still.
yeah, I'm not didn't mean to fucking focusing on the junk there, but I'm just look the legs.
Even let's be honest, even in the junk area, like he put a lot of detail there. He put detail everywhere in the spot. Like the
there you go.
waistline, right there, like with the
There you go,
like the joint at the
Don.
hip.
That's for you. That's for you right there.
Well, you don't realize that's a docking port where like Galvatron and Rodimus actually landed. That's where they first landed.
Yeah, it was a reverse landing.
Jeez.
But no, just look. That is in all its glory.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I have to say, like very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. I got.
And I'm just gonna have to respond to the chat very quickly. Matthew, that's not why your hand is tired.
Yeah. There's one of the Star Wars pieces he did in black and white.
Oh, well, what?
Oh, wow.
Oh, the Star Wars. Oh,
That's
okay.
that's one of the Star Wars pieces that he did in black and white.
See, again, I prefer that. Just it's more impactful. It's more visually appealing to me in a way.
I can see.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we got to do this one. This will be the last one because it's getting a little ridiculous. But we have to do this one. There you go.
Oh, here we go. One more coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Baby Yoda, baby.
I dig it.
Yep. Yeah, he's awesome.
Strong in the ways of egg eating I am.
But yeah, dude, like check out his channel, check out his videos, man. It's amazing stuff. It's
No, man, that looks fucking. This shit looks.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, I'm zooming in just on the Mando here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
And
look,
again,
look, you got the little cracks and you got the little pop marks and
again, this is something he would do in like 6 hours. He could knock something like this out that fast.
Yeah. Although Cara Dune in the second season did have a lower cut top than that.
But
True.
yeah, one of my favorite things is he'll mash up like all the Avengers into one character and make like one character off of them. The same thing with like the Justice League. He made a Pikachu transformer. It's just yeah, dude. He loves doing like because he used to work on Transformers. He loves doing tech stuff. So he'll just make like he made like a Pikachu transformer. So it's a Pikachu with as a giant robot. But sorry about that tangent, but I just love the guy and I just wanted to
No. It's a wormhole nowadays, mate. Tangent we finished months ago. It's now wormholes on Sundays. Which, by the way, yes, coming up in, slightly over, I think it's 14 hours from now. I don't know, I've lost track. I've been streaming for about 10 hours straight. So who cares?
Good Lord.
But no, damn, man, that artwork is awesome. And I'm just going to flick through them again, just for anybody who's joining late or is watching this on replay. So you've got the Mandalorian one there. Look at that lovely artwork there for Star Wars. Look at that Unicron.
God, you can get full-size posters of these two.
Oh, send me a link off screen. I might actually, like, a bit of wrestling. I don't care about wrestling, but the black and white still looks better than the color. Yes, that is a lot of Iron Man.
That reminds me of back.
I'm sorry, I was quoting one of the comments in the chat there.
Back in the day when I was working in Blockbuster Video, they used to sell like the Marvel poster where it had all the Marvel characters just standing amongst each other. Back then, I was like, that was impressive, even for like a commercial product. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then I see stuff like this, and I'm like, man, I gotta up my taste.
Yeah. Damn, I'm an amateur at this thing, But damn, no, all of those are absolutely fucking gorgeous.
Fucking great.
Fucking gorgeous, lads. hey up there. It looks fucking great, like. Do you know what I mean? Lads.
But
wow.
I actually got to take off here shortly, guys. I got to get finish up here at work.
Yeah. Well, Bob looks like he's losing the will to live right now. So, but no, I'm really looking forward to reading the Fortnite comic, Bob.
If everybody doesn't steal them first. Oh, man. I can't believe that dude. Did you legit walk in, grab the whole stack, and just like, yeah, I'll take them all?
What the fuck?
What
sort of
bullshit is that?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's not even getting them for the comics. He's getting them to sell the codes for the skins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flip money.
Yeah.
They were selling from $20 to $50.
Jeez. My God.
You're only allowed to sell them for, say, a $5. Well, I don't know what the RRP is on it, but
I actually I don't know. I know nothing about Fortnite. I know that they've done skin. I know they did like a John Wick skin, and they have like, because a customer told me like they do have a Black Panther one. They have like and with these books, each one's going to have a code. And
a unique code.
Yes. And if you redeem all 6, then you get a Batman skin at the end. So that's even going to
so that's going to pump it up even higher. Yeah, that's going to pump it up even more.
So you have to buy the same book 6 times, or like all 6?
No,
like
it's going to be 6 issues.
6 issues. Each issue has a unique code.
Right.
Oh.
And you collect all 6. It's like Pokemon. You got to collect them all. You get them all, and you get Batman.
Yep.
See, I would have been like, it's like Voltron. You got to put them all together, and then you can form Batman.
But wait, the lions are the vehicles, though.
Captain Planet.
Exactly. Well, the Batman Ninja animated movie, they kind of did that.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. I've heard bad things about it, though.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Consider yourself lucky on that one.
I'm a big fanboy of the DC animated movies.
DC animated. In 90% of the time, they fucking knock it out of the park.
Yeah. But I'm not a fan of Batman. Was it Batman Ninja or Batman Anime?
Yeah, no, Batman Ninja. Yeah.
It was pretty. That's about all.
It looks good. Yeah.
It was pretty.
What was bad about it?
The story was stupid.
I was going to say the story, the voice acting, and when you've only got pretty visuals.
The interesting thing is they had all his villain gallery, like some of the bigger names, they all got sucked back in time So did Batman and like Alfred and Robin.
Mhm.
And the part that got me interested was near the end where Joker, who had become the new Shogun.
Yeah.
He's like, I've put all our funds and everything into our new weapons, and every castle that he conquered with all the other villains turned into giant mechs.
Yeah.
And they formed into a giant Joker mech. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, so we got ridiculous now. And then all
Yeah,
of a
I'll
sudden,
be honest
Batman-
with you. Before they combined, the whole every fortress turns into a giant mech kind of thing. I just kind of got a Technodrome feeling from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Was I wrong in that one?
No, you're not wrong.
Nope.
And then it gets even crazier because then Batman's like, I forget what it, because I only watched it the one time and I'm like, I'm done for life.
Well, you're
He
done
does,
with
like-
life, or you're done for life.
He abandons his.
It was
cat.
close to being lit.
I
It was
did
close
not
to
need
being
to
lit
watch this
with.
movie anymore.
Yeah.
And he does like a ninja jutsu thing, and all of a sudden, all these bats form around him, and then it forms a giant Batman from like the old cartoon series.
Yeah.
So it becomes a giant Batman.
This sounds
Bat-
crazy, and this
Batman's
is
full of
Shinobi, power of the bat! I command thee!
Yeah, he's
Wah,
been
wah,
pulls like a
quick, ha,
bald
cool,
spot on his
hi.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah. He pulls like some friggin'. He pulls like some friggin'.
It made
Naruto
no
shit.
logic whatsoever.
No, dude. And
And
and there
I'm
was like
you're
there was like
you're
the thing in
talking
the
about
middle.
this. You're talking about this, and it makes it seem like you're trying to dissuade me from watching it. But everything you say is like, I got to see this now.
It's a beautiful train wreck.
yeah. Again, I'll go back to the example I used earlier, the simile I used earlier. Everybody loves a good car crash when you're not involved in it.
Well, the thing is, like, when you're looking at it like from the outside for the first time, thinking like this could be good. The concepts and the ideas that they're going to execute. in here should be good.
Interesting. Oh, what the fuck did they just do?
And then you go like, no.
Yeah, it's not good. But guys, it's been fun. I'm looking forward to the next time. I gotta get going.
Yeah, all right,
Um,
Bob. I think this is actually well, unless you two are happy to stay around for a little bit longer. But everybody, go check out Comic Book Bob. By the way, before he buggers off, Bob, do you want to put a link to your whatever
Sure.
shit it is?
Yep.
In
Give
the
me 1
chat?
second. Yeah. Give us a link to your crap.
Yes, give us a link to your shit.
Real quick.
Do you want to plug it yourself? Do you want to actually use any vocals? You know, the
yeah,
big words from
go-
mouth.
Go look at my shit. I
Oh,
promise.
sorted, banging.
I promise it's not runny. But yeah, we do gaming over there. Occasionally, I do some drawing, and hopefully, I'll do more stuff like we're doing right now. But yeah, you guys have a good time. I appreciate it. Definitely check it out. Check out everybody out on this stream, and it was fun.
Yeah, man. Good
Take
to
care.
have you on. Thank you very much. Like I said, sorry for cancelling last week, but every couple of weeks we're going to be here. I've got you all on fucking video agreeing to it. So yeah, you're all buggered.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
Later, Bob. Right, and now Bob's gone. Right, who thinks he's an idiot? I can't actually say that. He's a lovely guy. He's crap at Valheim, but he's a lovely guy.
Listen, I almost rage quit at Valheim last time I played. I'm not gonna knock that. I had a lot of stuff on me, and then I died, and then trying to get to another area, I died again, and I couldn't get to my body. I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, I played Valheim with John over at Nerd Reactor and my producer here today, Chris Darth Pyrin Walker. He's a crap producer, by the way. And I'm just saying that because I know he's listening. And my God, I've had to run naked through swamps with giant oozes coming at me because John has this great ability to go, right, we're in a party, we're going over this way, and then suddenly bugger off halfway across the map.
Yep. My friends have done that to me.
Yes.
And we're like, why are you going that way? We just agreed we're going this way.
Yes. We put a marker on the map and everything to say we're going in this direction. And Mike is now again losing the will to live. He's like, I've never played it. I don't care. I just closed the shop at 9. That was 3 hours ago.
I'm not a gamer by trade. Like I rarely play games until like more recently. but that one's it is a fun one. It's just like one of those open world environments. So it's basically you're in the afterlife of like kind of like Valhalla.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Norse myth. Fuck off! I've been drinking since it's 3 o'clock. I've been drinking for coming up to 14 hours now. So yeah, North mythology.
Mm-hmm.
The last video game I played, and the only one I'll play is
Donkey Kong or Mario when he stopped sucking Donkey Kong's dick.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, that was so. I'm sorry. You were never. That was such an awesome line. That was such an awesome put down.
GTA 4 on the PlayStation 3.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll be honest. I've only played GTA 3. I've never played any other GTAs.
Not even.
Yes, and that's the exact reaction I get every time I tell anybody.
No. I have to admit, with GTA, I did play San Andreas. I did have 5, but Vice City, GTA 3 was the bomb for me.
Yeah, it's not that I have anything against it. It's just I never got around to playing.
No, it was it's the same game all the time. And now with GTA, whatever it is, 5 or whatever.
Yeah, 5.
It's
They're
just-
stuck at 5. It's been like 6 years, 7 years.
More than that, I think. But yeah, it's just the online multiplayer. And I'm thinking, it's like, well, why the fuck would I want to play that now? When everybody's got X amount of billions because they're all gangster, pimped out with whatever the fuck they got. And I start off like, please don't beat me to me. I'm level 1 gangster. I'm pushing, you know, like fucking, I don't know, fucking asthma inhalers.
I tried GTA 5 and on the PS3 because I'm not going to 4. 5 if they can figure out like backwards capability, which they can, but they just choose not to.
I think we did a wormholes on that a few weeks ago with regards to backwards compatibility.
Really?
Just pimping the channel that we're all on right now.
Yeah.
So check it out.
There is backwards capability on PS5?
There is in theory.
Are you talking about just on the game store?
Oh no. See, you know, when I speak, I know I'm sounding old fashioned, but I'm talking about the actual physical discs. Like when you put the disc in
Dude,
there.
I have this. I've got probably. Oh, sorry, I'm just scanning now. I've probably got 50, 60, 360 games. 50 or 60 360 game discs.
I gave my PlayStation 3 to my godfather, who's like in his 80s now. And
what the hell's he gonna do with that? Put Netflix on it. Jesus Christ.
Oh no. My man is playing those games. He stays up later than I do. And he like I get calls from my aunt every now and then, and she'll be like
cursing you.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, your godfather's cussing at the screen again. Can you tell him to do something? You know, he's cussing at it. It's like, is he playing SOCOM, Call of Duty? What is he playing right now? It's like, I don't know. He's just cussing at the screen.
Yeah, that's when you just go, all right, honey, just turn off your hearing aid. It won't bother you anymore.
He used me as his alibi because he used to go to the GameStop store and say like, yes, my godson's been looking for the history of the World War II combat.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, he's really into these games, and the guys are like, you could tell they were dawn on to the clue, like,
yeah,
sir, you're buying these games for yourself. No,
but I need it now. I don't want to order it in. I want it now. Gimme.
I did try a GTA 5, and I wanted to just go online because with GTA 4, I think I've only played about 15 minutes of the proper game, and everything else has been like online and stuff like that, you know, in the entirety of all the time I've spent playing that game. So I tried it with GTA 5, but it was asking me things like if you could spend your day, like to divide up how you would spend your 24 hours. And then what did your grandmother look like? Or what do you want? Like they're asking me all these questions. I'm like, dude, I just want to get in and kill people.
I want to play the fucking game.
Those sound like security questions to try to get into your account, my man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That does actually.
This was
what's
like
your grandmother's maiden name?
This was like in a customization.
The last 4 digits of your account number.
Well, it was like to create your character or something like that.
No, I don't need an immersive backstory where I'm
You know,
I
just let
don't
me
need an
on. I
immersive
wanna murder
backstory
people.
where I'm living my own life.
Yeah,
I'm playing a game where I drive around, shoot people, nick
That's it.
stuff.
That's it.
Well, fuck it. It sounds like my real life anyway, to be honest with you. But anyway, but apart from that,
That was it. I just and after that, I got turned off by the whole experience, so never went back.
yeah, I get
That's
turned off
GTA
by.
4.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's like, isn't where does 5 take place? Isn't it like California essentially?
I have no idea.
It's not San Andreas. I know that.
No,
but
no.
it's
San Andreas was 4.
San Andreas was.
Oh, was it? Sorry, all right. Yeah. Sorry, no.
Los Santos,
San
there we
Andreas
go,
was
yeah.
something else. Yeah, yeah. It was.
So
Yeah.
So I'm just give me Liberty City. Give me Liberty City or
Oh,
Vice
yeah.
City. One of those two.
And
That's
did
it.
you ever manage to get the tank and do the flying tank trick?
And
Was it flip
Vice
the tank,
City.
or-
No. You got the tank. If you reverse the gun turret around,
Uh-huh.
every time you fired the cannon, it would give you a little speed boost.
Uh-huh.
And if you got fast enough, you could hit a ramp and you could literally take off. And as long as you kept firing the cannon, you could fly the tank around Vice City.
So it's like kind of like
That's
what
funny.
they did in A-Team, where they slowed their descent with
By
firing the
fire,
tank.
yeah, in the movie with Liam Neeson, yeah.
I saw that part of that movie.
It wasn't a terrible. I have to say, it wasn't a terrible movie. I've got the first 3 seasons of A-Team on DVD.
Nice.
So,
But the show was arguably better than the movie.
oh yeah, no, I'm not saying the movie was better. No, fuck off on that. But I'm saying the movie was an okay adaptation from an 80s. I was about to say cartoon show. It was basically a cartoon show because you could unload 6,000 rounds from a minigun, and you'd pop 2 tires and shoot somebody's hat off.
Well, they made tires of sturdier material back then. Come on.
That's right.
That's true. Tires were bullet
like
sponges.
Everlast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everrun jobbies. It was like, brrr, 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 pop. Oh no! And then the tire would go flat, and the car would do like 6 360 flips before landing miraculously on its wheels, and the 3 local militia guys would climb out of it, going, "Oh, my head hurts."
So, okay, so I'm gonna ask this because we talked about xenomorphs, and so did they start doing Predator? And
They
I
will
just
not
missed
be
it?
doing Predator,
Well, what?
at least thus far. Yeah.
No, because it's a legal battle now.
Well, it was already solicited.
Yep.
In fact, it was in last month's previews. And there are the writers for the original, the Predator movie. Apparently, they're trying to contest.
Yeah, the rights
Disney
because of
owning
expiration dates on it.
So that's
and
bleeding into
stuff.
the comics too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the license is not for a movie; it's for the IP.
Wow.
So they did delay it until November, but who knows how this is going to shake out. Maybe Disney will throw money at them or something, and I don't know.
Yeah, Disney throw 50 million at the original writers so that then you can abuse and destroy another franchise. Sorry, not a franchise, another franchise, and just I'm sorry, but the AVP, I preferred AVP 2 Requiem to AVP.
I actually like the first one better than the Requiem.
Yeah,
I actually like neither of them.
No.
This is a fair point.
Yeah, yes. But Mike, I'm saying I preferred AVP 2 over AVP 1. I'm not saying I liked either of them. I couldn't understand. Right, we've already mentioned it earlier. Hunter's Planet. Why the hell, for an Aliens versus Predator movie, you had to set it on current day? Well, as it was current day Earth. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they set it on current day Earth at the moment, oh look, there's an alien coming towards us. The Twitter mob disapproves of you. But anyway, why couldn't they do set it in the Aliens universe, which is where the whole AVP thing is set with Noguchi, and just have them spawn, have them transcend that. So we've already got the colonial marines and all the rest of it, and their basic technologies, and the basic, we've got that world, that universe already built, and then you just bring in
the answer to your question is for the same reason they continue to put humans in a Godzilla movie. That's why. That's why it will always,
because they're morons.
Yeah, precisely. Precisely.
Exactly. I know the answer. I just wanted somebody to confirm it.
Oh yeah. So yeah, confirmation.
Yes, because I don't want to talk for you all as a race, because you're all humans and I'm an orc, so I don't want to.
Well, the way the comic book industry is working these days is that you can't appreciate something unless you see yourself in it.
I know.
So that's why we have to put humans in there. That way, humans, when we watch it, will have something to relate to, as opposed to watching a kick-ass fight between a giant lizard and a giant trash monkey. Ape. He was trash. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm Godzilla all the way on that one, mate. Yeah,
don't worry about that. Green lives matter. Green lives matter. But no, I know exactly what you're saying, and it just annoys the shit out of me. It's like Pacific Rim, for example, a few years back. Great premise, but hold on, you got these kaiju coming out of the ocean and destroying cities. So your best bet is to make 200-foot robots that consume about 3,000 gallons of fuel per minute,
but
and dump them in the middle of the fucking ocean.
You're not supposed to think about the cost.
And also, hold on. You can only operate them if you've got two people in sync with each other.
In sync, yes.
I mean, technically,
unless you're the Chinese robot, which had 3 people.
Yeah,
because somehow that works, and you only become in sync with each other if you fight with kendo staffs and beat each other, and they go, "Yeah, we're drift compatible."
Because they get. It's like that the anime and martial art trope. You communicate through your fists.
Yeah,
it's like
oh yeah, but Pacific Rim got even better. It's like so we share all of our memories, all of our knowledge. We become basically one person, and then they get taken up into the fucking upper stratosphere. And she goes, "Oh, by the way, they fitted a sword to Gypsy Danger. Oh, why didn't you tell me that before? You're fucking linked mentally. You're supposed to know everything she fucking knows. What the fuck?"
So you were a big fan of Pacific Rim then? I'm getting those vibes from.
Dude, I bought it because me and a couple of friends went, right, giant robots smashing giant creatures in the face. What's not to love on a Friday night? Get a load of beers in. Watch that. Put it on. Oh my God. 25 minutes in, I'm apologizing to my friends for spending 14 quid on the bloody DVD. I'm saying, sorry guys, I don't know why I bought this. I don't know what I'm sorry. No, sorry. 14 minutes. No, that's a bit of exaggeration. Say 25 minutes in. I'm like, sorry guys, I don't know why I spent 40. And I'm thinking, so why am I apologizing for spending my money buying this thing so we can watch it? Oh yeah, because it's absolute fucking garbage.
But you should have known what you were getting though. Like, this is the thing. Like, as much as people, including myself, might trash Zack Snyder for things, when he made Sucker Punch and he released that trailer, you saw exactly what you were getting. There was
I actually like Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch.
There was no deeper, meaning of life or anything like that. It was essentially.
I mean, there was the convoluted storyline behind what's going on in the real world to the fake world. What? Is it real? Is it not? But at the same time, doesn't matter. It's awesome kick-ass.
The set pieces, yes. You got all the geeky things were represented there.
Damn right.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah, so, World War I Nazis with giant robot suits and zeppelins and fucking dragons and giant samurai warriors and.
But even horror movies, shit. Like, do you go to horror movies to? Oh, I have to find out why Michael Myers kills people. No, you go to see him fucking murder people. Like, You don't care. Like Rob Zombie.
Yeah, hold on. You want to see yourself in a movie? Congratulations, bitch. You're victim number 5. There you go. You happy now?
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I think, and then like Mortal Kombat, even people are trashing.
Don't. I might have a video coming out next week about that.
Oh.
Well, I saw it in IMAX and it was good. I enjoyed it because I knew what I was getting.
Cinemas are still closed here, man.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like depends where you go. Here in the States, like there's still cinemas closed. Like over where I'm at, also it's open. But like,
but you've also got in the States, you've got something which we don't have in the UK, which is like drive-ins and shit like that.
No, I'm talking about like sit-in theaters.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you have some states, yes, but other states you at least have the drive-ins.
Oh,
True.
Well, that's what in California, that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're open now or not, but
we have drive-ins over here too in Florida. But I mean, that's like a cheat.
Okay, in Florida, you have drive-ins. Do you all leave in the same car, in the correct car, or do you just borrow somebody else's?
If they have a nicer ride.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
It's essentially, you just take whichever one you can get. It's kind of like what is that? Musical chairs. The music starts playing, and then when it stops, you just whatever car you're leaning against or whatever. That's
all
it.
right.
Sure.
I love the way you. No, I was going to say something when you went. Basically, take what you can get. I was going to say, so like a nightclub at 3 a.m.
When those credits finish, it's like his last call.
Yeah, when the lights come up, you're like, oh shit, bollocks, where did I leave the missus?
No, I mean, the reason I was asking about the Predator is because like there were some storylines that I liked. Like I loved the storyline where it was like 17, what was it? I just had it 1718, where it was like the Predator versus the pirate. And like small stories like that, when they were doing that, I actually liked the Predator series more than I did the Xenomorph series from Dark Horse. So I was like just wanting to see like what Marvel would do with stuff like that. But now, I'm sorry to say, Mike, you've crushed my dreams.
Sorry, I took no, I legitimately took no pleasure in that.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're going to go and fap to it later. You're going to kill the camera.
Kev,
that was so good.
If it was Kev after I said it, I would have just kept driving that nail in. I would just stepped on it and pushed it and
ground the heel.
Yeah, exactly. The heel that I got from the Hellfire Gala. Yeah,
exactly.
Actually, Iceman's. Yeah.
Oh well, you haven't got the cod piece then.
Yeah. No, I did.
I didn't see Namor in that Hellfire Gala thing.
No, that's because it was a fan fiction thing, and all of the people that are outraged about this decided to latch on to that as if that was something factual that was happening. And Marvel doing this and all this other stuff. Adan, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
No. Everybody who latches on aren't fans. Everybody who latches on aren't fans anyway. They just somebody says something and they go, it must be true. Oh my god, how could they do this to me?
It's getting
not that I've ever seen anything.
Not for nothing. Even that ridiculous new Warriors thing. Like, yes, it sounds ridiculous. But you know what? It hasn't come out yet. Nobody's read it. It might not be ridiculous. You don't know. Chances are it's going to be ridiculous, but wait for it to come out, read it, and then trash it. Like,
fair.
Instead of just sitting there, like, you saw the Tumblr whatever photo or something, and then you saw the dude, I guess, did like synopsis, like 1 sentence synopsis of each character or description or whatever.
And it's where they described all their power sets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I mean, the artwork, and again, hold on. We haven't read the storyline, so we don't know if the storyline's going to work. But the artwork for the characters alone, for example, fucking, she's Trailblazer, isn't she? Dora the Explorer with diabetes.
Right?
She has the magical backpack. You look at the arms they've drawn on her. That bitch is never reaching into the backpack.
But see, I'm wondering though, like,
You know
is
what I
that
mean?
the person that did the art, is that the person that's going to be doing the art for the book? Because believe it or not, Marvel does have people that come in and do the character designs.
Yeah, I know that they have people come up with concept designs.
Right.
Well, like that gala thing, I'm sure that like those designs are there, but the book art is probably gonna be a little bit different.
Right. Exactly. And it's there's cancel culture, there's consequence culture, whatever, and there's also outrage culture, and that's what seems to drive like nerd things today. Like nerd things used to be about things you could escape to.
Yeah,
It's becoming things you want to escape from.
Yeah,
because
if
you don't have the same opinion or you don't feel the same way about something, or you say, slow down, let's check it out first and then decide what it is before we see this, or just it's truly ridiculous.
But I'm sorry, when it comes to things like comic books, for example, which is the whole purpose of this show, with your two good selves and Bob the Quitter. Sorry, Bob, I love you really, but you did punk out early. I've been going for a lot longer than you, man.
He's a human. Remember, he's human.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, I'm an orc. Yeah,
stamina.
this is true. I'm an orc. I'm an
He
orc.
had work.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, but a comic book sells itself on its artwork, and with the new Warriors, the new Warriors. No. If you're starting a new run, you need a bit of art. You need some decent artwork to get in to it. You need something to grab you. Guys walk down the shelves. Unless they're looking for something specific, they will go, "Oh, that looks interesting."
True.
The artwork is required, and the artwork from everything I've seen, and yes, we haven't seen the finished product because, to be honest with you, I don't think they got the balls to put it out.
I don't think it's going to be finished anymore.
Yeah. But from what we saw, from the artwork alone, never mind the storyline, it's no fake and safe space, because they have taken those derogatory terms from the online community and turned them into weapons against them, or whatever the fuck their premise was for it. And by the way, that's my one F-bomb for the show. It looked like garbage.
Yeah.
I could buy the same book with the same story. Again, we don't know whether the story is actually good or bad, but I'd pick up the same book if the artwork was good and then give it a go. Whereas if the artwork's shit, I'm going to see that on the shelf and I'm just going to go, no. Do you get what I mean?
I do, and I agree, but I also disagree, because there might be somebody that could actually like that artwork. See, art is very subjective.
Mm-hmm.
If it was up to me, I would have Rob Liefeld do art for every book that is ever put out, because I love the way he doesn't draw feet, and I love the way he has just a perfect, and as an orc, I'm sure you can appreciate this, he has the knack for human anatomy and the physiology, the way our bodies are constructed, and his art just relays that in like the tightest detail. Like that dude that Bob was showing us earlier, he doesn't even compare to the amount of detail Liefeld puts into every
Liefeld, I'm sorry, but the crotch area, I mean, I don't know whether it's just because I'm an orc but dude, the crotch area always seems a bit compressed.
Blasphemy. That's blasphemy. How you know what? I hope he's listening, and if he does, I hope he brings a slander lawsuit against you, because he is completely and totally the master. Like in medical schools. Now
are you gonna crack a smile
for such?
I'm waiting for the word bazinga to come out at the end of it.
No, it is completely true. But see, that's the thing. I mean, I appreciate like George Perez and Frank Cho and like the people that can actually draw books. But then there might be somebody who's a little more abstract. This is somewhere like a combination of those two things, but you know, I can't sit there and criticize it because I don't like it.
No, but I'm just saying, me personally, I see that artwork, and like I said, it could be the same storyline.
Right. No, yeah, no, I know.
It could be the same story, exactly the same, you know, panel for panel, but done by a different artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looks, to my mind, 10 times better. Then I'm going to, you know, the cover art alone.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go,
you want to have,
yes.
You want to have something catchy. You want to catch the person's eye. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. But I don't think, I honestly, the things that you guys saw, I think that was like just literally like the design.
You think that was the basic concepts?
Yeah, I think they did a cover for it. If I could find it. But I don't think it was as offensive as those, because literally whatever came out was were the designs that they were working on.
So I'm just having a quick look now. If I could actually type at this time in the morning.
Yeah, the cover is actually it's still on Marvel's site.
Oh yeah, I'm on Marvel's site as well. Yeah. See,
here's the
hold on. Let me. Okay, is this the what? I'm going to share my screen. Let's have a look. Is this the same one you got up?
Yep.
Okay.
But I mean, and I don't.
Okay, so I mean, if you're looking at the art without knowing the backstory of like the characters and their names, I could mess with this.
Yeah, but not being funny, for a start, I would think these two were a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Right, we're going into Game of Thrones territory here again, or Scarlet Witch territory.
It worked for.
I've got Ben 10. I've got Ben 10 in my mind here.
Kind of does look like Ben 10.
Yeah. I've got superhero.
There was I forget her name, but she was a character in the Harbinger comics that could fly, but she was blonde. But kind of reminds me of that.
Oh, Faith.
Yeah. See, he knows that comic. There you go.
Yeah, man. This is why we have Mike on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for his second place
series
looks.
too. I remember that.
Yeah, Faith.
And then, B negative over here in the corner doesn't look terrible.
Okay.
But she's basically Morbius.
Essentially.
Yeah, it's Morbius with a different haircut, should we say. You know, and yeah. I mean, fuck me. What's that? Trailblaze. She's got the magical backpack. Well, hang on. Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon series, did that 30 years ago or whatever it was with the wizard's hat. You know, and like I say, then you got Ben 10, and then you got the incest twins. I'm sorry. I mean, the art. Yeah, not being funny. In all fairness, with what I've said, seeing that, I might pick it up and go, you know, I'll flick.
Well, I mean, it helps that they have the old New
Warriors
back there.
But they're out of it after the first edition, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they're out of it after the first episode. Was apparently the storyline. So all of these people who are front and center and major in the cover are done, and these people at the bottom take over.
Yeah. I see. I think the problem is that there have been so many, like back in the day in the 80s and 90s and whatnot, like there wasn't such a like everybody and their cousin hadn't come up with a character. They weren't doing characters and stuff like that. And I think as we keep going, as there's more and more characters or whatever, it's going to be harder for these creative individuals to actually do something unique, and then they have to resort to gimmicks like this, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like for me, I was a big fan of Frank Frazetta work, and he was very original in a lot of aspects. He's worked on other stuff, like for other companies, but like when he did Death Dealer, dude, and I met him and I fanboyed so hard. Like I saw him right there and I did not talk to him because I saw him drawing. And at that time I was such a fan. I was like, I couldn't talk to him. I'm like, I don't want to interrupt the man working. And I was so disappointed because a year later that he passed away. And I'm like, I should have took that moment. That's why now if I see somebody, I don't care. I'll talk to whoever. But like for example, I'll shoot you this picture of Death Dealer. And I've read one or two of the more recent issues that they did of Death Dealer because they tried to redo it again. But it holds the vibe of it, but still like the artwork style that he does, like he did stuff for Conan the Barbarian and whatnot. It's
look at that.
Yeah.
And that was like, imagine that was the comic, that was the book, and I was like, Jesus.
But the scary thing about that is that there might be some people out there that's like, yeah, I don't really like that. And it's like, how can you look at that and not think that's fucking awesome? Like,
not be funny. Like, never mind the subject matter, just the color palette, the stylized design of it, even to the point where, if I zoom in a little bit here, to look, tiny little thing, 2 fingers gone. What are these floating here? You don't notice it on the full panel, but you zoom in. Look at that.
Yeah.
You just don't. It's the attention to detail. It's the care for the art, shall we say?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And when I see stuff like this, I will legit be like, that's just flat out art.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's in going back to my childhood. That's one of the reasons why I got into comics.
Yeah.
Like I would see various styles of art, simplistic to like highly detailed like that. And I was drawn to it. And just compounded with great storyline. But when you get those kind of details that work, it's just beauty on a page.
But see, I think back then though, when you were drawn into it by the art, you were lucky and fortunate enough to have a good story backing it up. These days, you can have good art like that, but then you read the story, it's like trash, and it's like it doesn't help anybody because it's not the way it used to be.
No, and it sounds wrong. It's not the way it used to be.
Well, no,
that implies things were better in my day. I remember back in the day, we had hold on. Oh, what is that? Oh, hello.
Oh, Lady Death.
Yes.
Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. So that. Oh wow, yeah, Lady Death.
Okay, so this cover will catch anybody's eye.
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely.
But that's not to say that the interior is going to live up to the cover. But yet,
I've had that moment.
You've already bought the sultry
I've had
edition
that
for $4.99. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then, is it the fault of whose fault is it that this book isn't good? I mean, you saw the cover, you know what? I'm going to get that. It looks hot. And then when you read it, it was a steaming pile of crap. And you're not going to go back and read it.
That's the writer, not the artist.
So this is the thing, though. Yeah, there has to be some point where somebody has to be responsible. For not living up to the quality of
that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't that be the editor's job?
Well, I mean, if you have somebody like Brian Michael Bendis that you're hiring to destroy your comics, I mean, people actively hire him and let him do these things. And it's like, why would you do that? You literally destroyed. And now there is a new Super Sons, which is what Adan had. And this is like, they're like what if stories now, or like, oh, this happened in the past because of what they've done.
Because this one is like them traveling through time. Is on like a 7-issue series because of what he did. Is like they're separated and they really can't continue the series. So they're like, well, people still want Super Sons.
And now they're trying to make John Superman because they're going to make him Superman because Clark will be on War World or whatever it is. And it's this goes back to the whole Ultimate thing, because when you don't have a creative person taking care of the characters, then you resort to these gimmicks. And it's like it's something sad. There are people out there that have talent. There are people out there that could do something with these characters, these legacy characters that have been around for 70, 80 years or whatever. But instead, you take the easy way out and you do these gimmick things, and it's ridiculous. And while gimmicks are okay occasionally, when you get like, Secret Invasion or Civil War or
a little bit of fun
Wars,
here and there, shall we say,
Exactly. Dude, IDW, when they first started out, because they're all about properties, like they do 1 or 2, maybe 3 original books or something, that's not like tied into a property or like, a Stephen King thing or whatever. But they used to do one time a year, they would take properties and put them all together and have the craziest crossovers.
Yeah, it was just a mashup. They had
a Cthulhu that had Star Trek and the Transformers and what was the other one? There was G.I. Joe. And then another year they had it was Mars Attacks, and Mars Attacks Popeye was one of the most craziest, awesomest things I've ever read in my entire life. And that was in there, and it was crazy. It was ridiculous. The last thing they've ever done, because they don't do them anymore, is with the X-Files. And the X-Files crossed over with the Turtles, crossed over with the Crow, crossed over with Transformers.
Wait, you crossed over with the Crow?
Don't talk to me about the Crow. Don't talk to me about the Crow, Mike. I'm still upset.
Hey, I can't.
Okay. I might have to say be right back and go clean myself up a little bit.
You should be ashamed that you didn't adequately represent it. Okay,
but dude, anyway. I had there was supposed to be another fighter, and I come in at the fucking.
But do you really need like to prepare to defend the Crow soundtrack?
Well, I wasn't also looking at my phone with Google.
Oh no,
you were.
I was not doing that. I was not doing that until the Mario and Zelda abomination of a fight.
No, and Don, did you actually see that? Was it Mario versus DK? And he laid the smack.
No, it was Mario versus Zelda.
Sorry, Mario versus Zelda. That was it. And you were Zelda and franchise. Mario, and his best SmackDown moment of that whole thing was, well, yeah, but Mario didn't get his own game for 4 years until he stopped sucking Donkey Kong's dick. I was like, damn! Mic drop. True. He's done.
That's true.
That's why I love Mike.
But I was gonna say, like, IDW, didn't they do crossovers not too long ago for like Transformers, and like more so with Transformers, where they're crossover into like Ghostbusters
but I'm talking about, like,
and Thundercats?
I'm talking about
like
more like where there's more than one property.
Yeah, it was a mashup.
Yeah.
Did they call it the mashup? Did they call it the mashup? I can't remember.
No. Now they're doing Transformers and Back to the Future, Transformers and My Little Pony.
Because they're trying to cross over with the toy lines that are crossing over, because they had the Ecto 1 Transformer, and then they had the gigawatt Transformer to represent Back to the Future. And then they have issues for those, and then
and they're also doing a Transformers My Little Pony line too.
And there's also a rumor they're doing a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie.
Oh, really?
But that was actually a thing in Marvel Comics, though. I have some of those,
and they have it in IDW. Not IDW. Another company did it too. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was a recent one that did it about 4 years ago.
I mean, that would make sense and work in retrospect. I mean, like John Cena, if they ignore the new Transformers, I'm saying they start.
Oh, what you mean? Go with the first 3, shall we say, of the movies?
No, ignore them all.
Yes.
Go with the
Yeah.
with the Bumblebee series.
Bumblebee.
Start with that.
I have to admit, I haven't seen Bumblebee yet.
I legitimately liked it.
The first 15 minutes is actually what they should make the next movie. It's
Yeah.
all Cybertron. All Cybertron.
Oh,
Yeah. Because
I watched a
they
great.
look like the G1 characters. I have
Yes. Yes.
the Nemesis Prime version of Optimus from the Bumblebee movie. He's in truck mode right now, but when he's transformed, he looks legit good.
Are you going to get the remote controlled one where he transforms on his own? Look, that's a fucking yes.
No,
That's a yes right there.
Spend $700 on that. I've seen the prototype of that years ago, and it's the same exact version.
Oh, you lying shit! We'll see you
No,
on
it
NerdTots in 8 months' time. Go check out what I got, and I hit this button on my phone.
Unboxing.
I'll have the knockoff version, the one that's like half the price.
You mean the one that'll work actually properly because they never make the correct ones. The
Which is funny,
officials
like,
never make it.
I find the knockoffs that actually work better than the
Exactly. That's
originals.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. And like so it's just like I have the MPT small version, the MPT 10 of Optimus, the small trailer version. And because the MPT 10 is like the up until they did what, MP 44, I think it was like of Optimus Prime. It was like the one that was quintessential, the best Optimus Prime you probably could get. So my version is just like a set, like when he's transformed in robot mode, he's like 7 inches tall, but he looks like Optimus, like how he should.
I just used to have the original OG Optimus again, like I had with Soundwave and shit like that. And his trailer, it literally just folded open and there was like a blaster cannon stuck in the back of it.
Yeah. I didn't have that one. I had the Power Master one, the first Power Master.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still have him. He's in a box somewhere. I was like,
and
that was my favorite Optimus for a while because I could just make him a big boy.
And I also, I didn't have the Destructicons. I had the the planes? Oh Christ! what they yeah. Oh God.
Aerial bots.
Yeah, aerial bots. That's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And,
but I also did have Centurions toys. Visionaries.
I never had the Centurions. I had Thundercats.
Dude, I've got a box set of the Thundercats. It's about fucking 90 hours long.
And then the old stuff. I had the old Star Wars, which I still have those.
Oh no! All of mine got
the old
fucked.
Boba Fett. No, don't get me wrong; they're damaged.
Yeah,
but I still keep them. And I have some of the old Batmans. Like I have the animated series Batmobile.
I did actually have Michael Keaton's Batmobile, and yeah, I think I buried that in my grandparents' backyard one time when you're kids and.
He's like, I'm gonna keep this for posterity in the backyard, buried alive.
No, it's like with the old G.I. Joe figures. Me and some mates, we'd hide them, do treasure hunts. So,
and now this is out of curiosity. For the orc, I imagine you still have some figurines, but like Mike, do you being a store owner, do you keep some of the figurines yourself or your statues?
Oh yeah, I got some Rogue statues over there. Yeah.
So those
no
are your
Gambits?
Personal ones.
No Gambit statues.
He would rather have Rogue with Magneto.
Yes, anybody, but yeah, truly. But yeah, no, there's some that I keep and some Funko Pops too.
Oh, you get see, I've never I get Funko Pops as gifts. I've never gone out and sought Funko Pops myself.
Yeah, I mean, they do so many. I mean, there's a Funko Pop for everything, every occasion.
All right, and if you want full disclosure from me, I have no collectible, statues or any of that.
None.
No. Wow. By the time I really wanted to get into that, I had my own place, which I lost to a bitch later, but that's beside the point. I had my own place, and I had bills to pay, and I was working like 90 hours a week to pay all the bills and support people and shit like that. So I could never really get closest I've got at the moment is I've got a special limited edition Final Fantasy VIII box set, which comes with poster and T-shirts and all the rest of it, and all of that shit is still sealed. The only thing that's gone out of that is the white memory card for PS2.
Well, see, if it comes to it, I mean, sometimes with the stuff that you buy, as long as you take care of the packaging or something, or even take care of the item, sometimes if you happen to be short on the amount of money that you needed for that month or whatever, you could possibly flip those things that you have. So it's
but you see, I'm a collector. If I get into something, I'm buying shit.
Yeah.
Well, right.
I actually have a shit ton of Lilliput model houses and stuff like that, which I got into when I was about 12 years old.
And see, you still have them in like good condition?
Yeah. They're in the attic, all wrapped in paper and stuff like that and boxed up.
So if it ever came to it, and God forbid for some
they're
reason
worth fuck all now.
Cash, dude, you could flip that. That's what I'm saying. It's like having literally like couch cushion money around your apartment, because there's these things that that could appreciate in value.
Trust me, I know that. If I had the OG He-Man and Star Wars shit from when I was a kid, as everybody in my generation will say, if I kept all that, oh my fucking God, I would not be working now.
See, like, and I told this to my brother last time he was here, because we got into that kind of conversation about like the toys we used to have, because like I had some figurines that I had given away in like a garage sale, and this was before I was like, let me look at my value, what I had, and just like I just thought,
you mean before Tinternet?
Exactly. And one of them, just for example, was a knockoff of like a King of Braves figurine. It was like a Korean brand version. It was like 3 robots that you slap together. They would turn into like a lion, a tiger, and an eagle. And they made a giant robot. It looked cool. Couldn't move worth anything.
No, it stood there.
It just stood there. And you could move the arms and flap the wings up and down. That was it. But it was in good condition and just no box or anything. I'm like,
get rid of it. Yeah.
Get rid of it. And then one day, like 6 months later, I would say, I decided like, I was going into my eBay phase, and I was like, let me start searching and see where, if I can re-get this, because I'm like, the things you get rid of that you regret getting rid of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find it, which I can't find it now. At that time, it was like, in the box 1,700, out of the box about 1,000.
Dude, I can do you better than that. I can do
literally
you better
cuss.
than that.
I was in my computer class and I cussed out loud.
No, I can do you better than that. VHSs. I had as many VHSs back in the day as I have DVDs now.
Yeah, same here.
Some of them, right? I've tried to get some of the ones I had on DVD. I have seen, for example, we talked about it earlier tonight, Gunman.
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert. Not available on DVD. Generally, all you can get is a VHS DVD rip. I've seen that for as much as $155.
Hell no.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I had
you could just watch it streaming online, right?
Yeah, no, I've done that, but no, I'm saying for collecting. I had a copy of a film called The High Crusade.
High Crusade.
It's a Monty Python-esque movie.
Okay.
Where it's set during the Crusades, obviously, hence the High Crusade, and an alien race an alien spaceship decides to invade Sir Roger of Gillingham's castle at the very beginning of the fucking movie. And you can get one version of it, but the copy I had, because it was a TCR, by the way, time coded recording, preview copies you give to your rental stores so they can watch it and judge, was the Scottish version, where all the aliens are dubbed by people talking with a Scottish accent, doing really bad Sean Connery impersonations. It's fucking awesome. You can't get that anywhere. You can buy a German dubbed version for about $40 but you cannot actually find the Scottish version because it's rarer than My Little Pony's Rocking Horse shit. And this is shit I took to the dump and ditched because it was VHS. I mean, I was gutted when DVD came out because I actually had a VHS of Aliens, the special edition. And that was valued at about 450 quid, roughly. And then 3 months after I acquired that, Alien Special Edition came out on DVD. The VHS version went down to about £2.30. And this is before the goddamn internet.
Well, like I just looked up Mean Guns and Gunmen for you. I mean, Amazon got them fairly cheap now.
No, look at Gunman. Look at Gunman.
Yeah, no, I just looked it up on Amazon Prime. DVD, $15.99 new.
No, look at the description.
What does it say about the description? Wait, so are we looking at the Gunman with Mario Van Peebles?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Description. Yeah, it says new. Stefan there. Unless I'm not reading the right part. I'm used to looking down on my app.
Well, I've just got it on. I'm on UK, obviously.
Right, I'm in the US. I don't know if UK. They're like we have a pressure against Christopher Lambert.
Oh God, no! I love Christopher Lambert.
So I sent you a link in the chat of where I went for Gunman.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Let me have a look at this one right here.
Come on, man. I got the hookup for you.
Oh, yeah.
Mean Guns is the one we were talking about earlier with Ice-T.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. A Beowulf's fun movie as well, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, I used to be a fan of Mario Van Peebles. Solo and
Full Eclipse.
Full Eclipse.
With Patsy Kensit.
Yes.
And something Payne. I can't remember his name now. He was the lead. He was the lead werewolf in that one. Chris Payne, I'm thinking it was, but
let's see here. Pulling up Mario Van Peebles on Amazon, and they don't even have Full Eclipse.
Oh Jesus! I have that on VHS as well.
Robbery. They had the guy from Warlock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Payne. He was in Passenger 57 as well.
Yeah.
Something Payne. I can't remember. Bruce Payne, I think his name actually was, or he was credited as. I think. And by the way, guys, can I just say quickly, holy shit. I have bright daylight coming through my window right now.
Listen, man, if you need to get some what they call Z's.
No, it's Z. It's Z, not Z's. Z's is American.
Yeah, that's what we say down here.
Well, technically you're in Florida, which is just the inbred country. So
we got some gators and we got wildlife. It is country in some areas.
Yeah, you got some gators, you got some wildlife, and then when you step out the bedroom,
you hear the banjos.
There have been some areas I've driven through where I've heard banjos.
Yeah. Is that your driveway by any chance?
No.
Adan's on his way here again.
I would laugh if I heard a banjo going out to my driveway. I would That would be hilarious. I'm like, let someone try.
Bang! Bitch, shut the fuck up. This is an open carry state. What are you doing? I don't know. Is Florida open carry? I don't know.
No, they are.
You have open carry there? Yeah.
You can have firearms here in Florida. Yeah, you just gotta get that permit and license. But like that's the strange thing. Like there are terms and the guidelines you have to abide by in order to have safe carry. But usually a lot of times people forget, and that's where trouble happens.
Not for nothing. Like, and we shouldn't be like getting this political to begin with, but it bothers me.
Shit.
I can't imagine walking into some place where people other than police have guns, like just normal people, because I don't trust people.
Okay, Mike, I'm going to end this conversation right now by simply saying, at the moment, I'm in the UK. Only specialist squads have firearms. Dudes go into knife fights to break up knife fights with nothing more than a bit of pepper spray and a taser. And the cops over here are fucking amazing because of it. Not being funny, I think, and this is not a Little Englander thing coming out. Having to deal with that shit without the lethal response option means you are much better at actually talking first and dealing later. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
All law enforcement, as far as I'm concerned, are fully entitled to defend their own persons and take any steps necessary. But not having that immediate go-to means that, oh my God, the amount of situations which are de-escalated.
Yeah. Well, see,
and on that note, by the way, New Warriors. Do you really think it'll ever be released?
It goes back to the Ultimate Universe. See, it's the American laziness. See that way.
Nice segue.
We don't.
Hands in the air for that one, man. Hands in the air.
I love it.
We don't want to get we don't want to get skilled at trying to de-escalate something. We just want to use a gun to do it. So instead of trying to get creative writers to actually think of more ways to keep these legacy characters going, it's like, no, let's just start a new universe and then we can do whatever we want, which is essentially what we did in the past anyways. We're just gonna tweak it or whatever. Because I read Ultimate Spider-Man, and let me tell you, when Gwen Stacy showed up as goth emo slut Gwen Stacy, I was done. I'm like, done.
But there's something about Stacy as a slut. There's something about Stacy as a goth slut. You just think, I would.
No, being creative isn't doing the opposite of what has come before. That's not.
No. I'm on about a personal fapping level.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean,
I'm an orc. I'm 3,000 years old. I have no shame. I don't care. Gippy, you heard that.
I just there's there is American ingenuity used to be a thing, and now it seems to be passe because people just take the easy way out or something like that. And I don't know. This is why we are where we are right now.
Yeah, and it does annoy me when we go again. We're going back to comic books. Funny enough, this is a comic book show.
We are.
It does annoy me. They can't. Yes, I know, and I get your point from earlier. It's hard to create new characters after almost everything's been done.
But you would think that if you're this is one of the reasons why, yes, I'm glad that we have freedoms here and all this other stuff. But sometimes I wish there were more restrictions, because when there are restrictions, it forces people
creativity.
Yes, because you have this desire to express yourself. And if somebody's telling you, like, for instance, I'm going to go, as you know, Kev, I happen to be a Prince fan. And because I successfully said that Batman is one of the greatest superhero soundtracks.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm not getting into this one again, bitch.
Yeah. So anyways, for the longest time,
who the fuck invited you anyway?
for the longest time, Warner Brothers was Prince's record label, and he would put out an album a year because this dude was creating music all the time, 24/7. And Warner Brothers is like, you know what? They're used to the old model of put out a record, tour, take off 2 years, put out a record, tour, take off. And he didn't want to do that.
No.
So what he would do is he would get his friends to come and sing on stuff that he was doing. And that's how he would be able to put out the music that he wanted to. But having that restriction forced him to be creative in ways that I think actually helped him. Once he was free from Warner Brothers, his stuff wasn't the same the way it was
shit.
before.
And not being funny, there was no spark, there was no ingenuity. It wasn't
because you can do whatever you want.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna bring it to TV pop culture for a second here. It's like MacGyver. You give him 4 days to fix a problem, he just spends like 3 days and 23 hours going, you go, right, you got 65 seconds to fix this. He goes, oh, give me one strand of your hair, a paper clip, your shoelace, yada, yada, yada. Congratulations, I've just created a fucking submarine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
you
need motivation. It's all about motivation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like a lot of quote unquote artists. Like if you give them like enough time to do whatever they want, the project may never get done because they're always like revising, redoing.
I wasn't happy with that. Let me rethink it.
Exactly. But if you say like, listen, this is your deadline and you're on their ass, like oddly enough, you know, they may be pissed with you by the time you're done with them, but they're going to come out with a project and usually it's really good.
So hold on. Are you saying pressure can actually improve stuff? Like been given deadlines, been forced to
in context, it can
live up to your responsibilities, you know, make good on your promises, should we say?
So in context, it can be because then you're giving them guidelines and giving them goals versus they just keep redoing, revising, re-editing, and you never get the goal.
And not being funny, the way I feel about the comic book industry generally at the moment is it's like, right, we need a new Iron Man, we need a new Batman, we need a new X, Y, or Z, whoever the fuck is flavor of the month. Give me something. Go, go, go. And because half the writers nowadays don't seem to have ever actually read a fucking comic book, they're like, oh, this is a really good idea. We'll do this.
Well,
and then you just go, well, actually, in 1987 there was a 12-part saga about that. Oh yeah, but nobody remembers that anymore. And you think so, fans of anything will remember. You know, it's like Star Wars, for example. You can't retcon Luke Skywalker's character for another 40, 50 years until everybody who watched it grew up and has died. Then, yes, you can get away with it.
But there's ways that you can tweak it. Or like for instance, the current Star Wars. Tweaking. The current Star Wars is the time period between Empire and Jedi. Usually what they would always do is we're going to do like right after Star Wars and before Empire.
No. The current Star Wars time period is not between Empire and Jedi. Are we going about books or movies? Books or movies?
I'm talking about comics.
Okay, fine. When you said Star Wars immediately, I was like, no, we've had that.
Oh, no, I thought we were talking about comics. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm glad I just need you to clear that up.
Oh yeah. No, Star Wars comics, because now everybody is outraged at the hand revelation or whatever. But there are periods where you can squeeze some things in or something like that, but as long as it's not like
narrative breaking,
or it doesn't. The connectivity doesn't flow.
Yeah, it doesn't contravene
the.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You just got to find that again. Got to, because I mean, there is something to be said for being berated. You know, like you shouldn't be like, you know, do this now or whatever, you know, because then you become like a Korean sweatshop or something, you know, making Apple iPhones. But
yeah, I don't want to go back to the days where like artists and writers didn't get their stuff and they were being worked onto the bone without getting the credit they were due.
Yeah, oh no, definitely not that.
No,
but you need some sort of like a kick in the ass kind of
control
thing.
mechanism, should we say, to put it politely, a control mechanism.
Yeah.
Or for example, say an editor who goes, look, this is what we want. I need you to deliver that. What the fuck is this piece of shit you're giving me? No, go back, do it again. I don't care if you're up here at all. You've been paid to provide me with this to begin with. Get it done. That's what we've employed you for.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like a normal boss in any other fucking job. No, I'm paying you to do this. You don't do it, I'm going to give you shit.
Yeah. And that weeds out like the people that are actually, and this is what I never understood about the comic book industry. In well, at least in sports, I know in baseball, you have sabermetrics. And like, if you needed, somebody could tell you Derek Jeter's batting average when he's playing at 7:30 at night and the wind is blowing from the southeast and he happens to fart while he swings the first time. And they'll be like,
they do go that deep, actually. They do go that deep.
He's batting like 400 when that particular circumstance happens. And I'm like, okay, so why can't the comic book industry do something similar? Because when you're having a weekly series, you know, you might want to know that George Perez is not the dude to do a weekly series because he feels that there has to be at least a minimum of 500 people in each panel that he draws. And it's like, that's going to take forever, dude. You do not want him for something weekly. Mark Bagley, on the other hand, he can do a weekly series and have it look good and still turn it out and be on time. But they don't do that. They don't seem to do that because, like, for the longest time, especially Image was the worst, where the books were late, the books never came out, they weren't on time.
That was a great example of like the artist had control versus the company.
Yeah. And see, that's what, with Image. Yeah, Image could do whatever they want whenever they wanted. Oh, fuck it. We don't need to put the book out on time. They're gonna buy it
anyway. Who the fuck cares? You know, they'll still buy it anyway.
Exactly. I mean, everybody's still waiting for the conclusion to Battle Chasers, which apparently Joe Mad finally announced or something like that or whatever. And it's like, seriously? Like, it's completely ridiculous. Rob Liefeld keeps threatening to put out more books, and it's like, we don't need them. It's okay.
Just give it up as a bad idea.
You know, keep collecting your shitty, because you created Deadpool. Keep collecting that money. That's ridiculous too, but I'm going to get into that. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know why there are people that get paid to do these things. And how can you not know, like, okay, well, we need something with like a week turnaround time. Who do we got? Like, you know, and you even like you said, tell them we need this by this date. And if somebody does it, you know what, you put it down in the book. They were able to do this in 7 days, 10 pages, full, splash pages, whatever. Write it down, make it a document. And then when you get them again, if they do it again or they can't do it, then you note that down too. And then that way you have a go-to where, okay, this person, we can get this for the, like, as it is.
Hold on. Are you talking about something like a resume, a list of achievements, a list of accomplishments?
Something I know.
I'm pretty sure there used to be something like that. Whenever you wanted to go for a job, you had to
those are
prove
in the
your qualifications.
Those are in the before times. Yeah,
way back. Yes, in the 800 BCs. I remember that well.
For the job, you got to have your Facebook and your LinkedIn and all that other stuff. They don't need your resume. They look at your social media.
And it has to be, it has to be all correct. It can't be anything incorrect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so why wouldn't somebody, like, these aren't, I'm not saying anything that shouldn't be common sense. Like, I'm not being any like, oh my God, you're like, no, that's just
you're not exactly coming across as a Yahtzee right now.
Yeah. But yet they don't do it. And they keep, like, granted, Marvel's been better. DC has been slightly too. But in the past, it was just it was asinine. Like when you're doing a mini series, you should have at least half of it done before you solicit it. Don't solicit it until it's halfway done.
I've got a concept for something. Look, here's 2 panels I've drawn. Give me all the monies and a contract. No, mate. Fucking show me what you're actually doing first.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I'll show you something. Marvel and DC, they have this variant program where stores can do custom variants. And what you need to do is you need to get in touch with them and tell them the idea that you have for the book. And then they ask you, like, what artist do you want or whatever. And then that's it. So what'll happen is that they'll get in touch with the artist and see if they can do it, if they want to do it or whatever. And then they'll have them do it. But you, as the person who is commissioning the book, has no say in it whatsoever. So I did something with DC where I told them I wanted, because Batman Adventures, I keep forgetting what number it is. It's either 16 or 12. It's somewhere in the
low teens.
That was the first appearance of Harley Quinn ever in the comics.
Oh god, yeah.
And
I remember now.
That book
I think it was like Mad Love or something like that, right? Oh, no, that was the cartoon.
No,
that was the cartoon. Yeah, that was
that was the animated.
Yeah. So what I said was I wanted, because in the next issue of Batman that's coming out, 108, James Tynion is introducing a new character called Miracle Molly, who is apparently kind of inspired by, there's an anime, it begins like, it has like a weird title, and I think it begins with the letter J, like something, like it's literally like 3 or 4 words long. It's like, it's not like, like Gundam or Robotech or something. It's like, it's something, it's a person's name, and it's like adventure or
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Yes, that's
it.
it.
JoJo's,
so,
really?
Yes. So apparently, like, it was kind of inspired-esque by that. So he's introducing this character in the next issue, which comes out on Wednesday. So I was like, okay, so you know what? I'm like, how about we do an homage to Batman Adventures, which was the first appearance of Harley Quinn, because this will be the first appearance of this character. So I sent him I gave him the description, and he gave it to the artist. And the artist came back, because I told him I wanted the Miracle Molly, because in the cover, I don't have it on the thing. In the original cover, there's 3 characters on the screen. There, or on the cover rather. There's Harley Quinn in the back. She's on the left-hand side. Batgirl is in the middle, and Poison Ivy is on the right. And I told him, I said, okay, so what I want is have Miracle Molly, the new character, in the middle, have Harley on the left-hand side, and then with the right-hand side, since I think Poison Ivy is currently dead right now, I was like, put Punchline, who is another character that James Tynion, the writer, created. So he got in touch with the artist, and the artist came back with Molly in the middle, Harley on the left, and Ivy on the right. And I'm like, that's not what I asked for. So he's like, oh, I don't know if he'll be able to do it or whatever. And I told him, I sent him the email saying this is what I asked for. But eventually he did it. It came back, and this is what the cover looks like.
Okay. So that's different than what I found.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is the one that he's just sent me.
Oh, well, see. Oh, wow.
That's the one that Don's just sent me.
I just Googled what you were describing.
Huh.
And so I found that, and it was supposed to be like the Batman number 108 variant first appearance.
Yeah, because this is essentially, I mean, if you Google Batman Adventures, I think just do Google Batman Adventures and then Harley. And I think it's like 16 or 12 maybe.
Let's see. I mean, that's awesome that like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of cool at the same time that they.
Yeah, a bit of interaction, shall we say?
But see, here's the thing, though. With as much money as you're spending on this, to have no input whatsoever other than the initial thing
is wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was gonna ask. Like, so you're commissioning, so you're the one fronting the bill to
Yes.
this artist.
Tell you what,
Yes.
guys, be back in a second. You keep going.
All right. So, wow. Okay. So wait, it was the. I think I wait. Is this it? Oh no, that's the Batman Adventures and number 12. That's the
Was
one
it
with
12?
yeah,
With
but that's
Harley.
the one with Harley, Batgirl, and Ivy.
Yes. Yeah. So if you look at that
Okay.
and then look at this. This is
Yeah. So that's still not the same. Like he changed it up. I could see like because he looks at outfits, but I can understand what you were going to go for based on what you were describing, and yet
Yeah.
he just kind of went differently.
but see, and this is like with the we'll see, but then this is what he did first. Because see, if you notice, there's Ivy.
Oh, so is that also a good question? So those test variants that he did,
Mm-hmm.
you get to keep those?
Well, yeah. I mean, no, these are printed now. I mean, I have 3,000 of these, 1,500 of these, and 1,500 of these.
Oh, so they for each variant that he does, like says, this is what we did, and you're like, this is wrong. He has to. They're gonna redo, but they still print it anyways.
Well, no, because you have to approve everything at the end. No, what
Ah.
happened was when they put Ivy there, I said I didn't want Ivy. I said I wanted. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but I wanted Punchline.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Now I'm familiar
And-
with Punchline.
And so I was like, well, you know what? I said, if you give it to me at a lower price or whatever, we'll take your mistake too. And that's why we took this. But it's just, see, the person that's assisting me with this, like, you know, with helping with the funding and all that, I told him, I said, regardless of what you know in the business world and how business world works, I guarantee you're going to be surprised by what happens in the comic book world, because it is such a different thing. The way they do business is completely ass backwards. And he discovered this. He saw it. And I'm like, this is what I told you. I wasn't being hyperbolic. I wasn't being like, you know, dismissive of, you know, whatever. It's just the way they do things is completely ridiculous. And this was a good example. I can't even tell you, like, the communications. There were times where I thought maybe I wasn't speaking proper English, or maybe I wasn't speaking English at all, like trying to, you know, get the point across. And I don't know. I worry about the future of comic books because it's in these people's hands and it's concerning, you know. And then everybody has an agenda, and then when you get lawyers and accountants involved and stuff like that, it just completely decimates the creative process. Like, I don't know.
I could see being so frustrated. Like if I'm commissioning stuff like that, even if I am like a fan of the artist, if I'm having to go through a third party who's going through another party just to get to the artist, then to find out like I have to recommission again because they didn't get the right information, or the communication wasn't right, and they just flat out ignored what I was asking for. That I could see that being extremely frustrating, and on top of like everything else that would have to be going through in the business aspect of it.
Yeah. What was the thing? What was that game they used to play? Like, you know, you tell somebody something, and then they tell somebody, and then they tell somebody, and then it goes around or whatever.
Telephone.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. It's like that, you know. It's like, okay, yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, you know, somebody will get into the industry. And
Sorry about that, guys.
That's
no, you're okay.
We didn't even notice you were gone.
I guess not, because I know I've got some great co-hosts here. So, no, that was a proper bazinga moment.
No, it's all good.
I'm assuming only because I saw occasional pictures of this. You're speaking about the Big Bang Theory.
What, bazinga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently it's Sheldon's thing that he says. I've watched the first couple of seasons, and it's funny.
Never saw it. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? Nope. I saw one episode, and I so completely hated it. Yeah, never went back.
No, I mean, I dislike it in a way because it made nerds trendy.
Uh,
No. That
Fake
was
nerds
sarcasm.
trendy.
Did you not
Yeah.
get the sarcasm in that?
Yeah.
It
No,
made
no, I
being a
did.
nerd trendy. You didn't need to know anything about anything they're talking about. But I'm a nerd now, don't you know?
Well, see, the thing that is even see, this is where it's kind of like the circle of life thing. Like when you go into a comic book store, it should be welcoming. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
like, again, and I'll go back to this character which I hate. If somebody comes in and they happen to be a fan of Gambit, I can deal with that. I might be screaming on the inside and say,
But
I
they're
can't
a
believe-
fan of at least the character, so they've
Yeah.
seen something of said character.
but it's their thing. It's that thing. So then what you do is you
Yeah.
cultivate it, and maybe you try to say, well, you know what, try this too, and maybe you might be able to wean them off that onto something that's actually good and with characters that are actually,
Gambit is not crack.
Gambit is complete and total crap. But anyways,
I said
so-
crack, not crap.
oh crap, is that that's like a British thing for crap, right?
No, it's like a hardcore drug. You don't wean people off of Gambit because it's a character.
Must be the trench coat. I don't know, or maybe
I mean,
his
like,
maybe
have
his
you-
staff.
have you ever tried well, you like gambling? Have you ever read Rexplode? let me introduce you to Invincible and walk them over to like the dark side of the.
But I think there's a lot of shops that don't inspire like return visits, or it's
No, you've always got to make your potential client base welcoming.
yeah
Yeah.
it should be nobody
Yeah.
should ever feel like
No, you should never feel uncomfortable walking into a shop.
or
I'm
not
sorry.
or because you don't know it, like it can be daunting, and for some reason some people, like when they see like then I think this is one of the reasons what contributes to Marvel and DC continuously rebooting things and putting out number ones, is because people need to feel that they're getting in on the ground floor.
Yeah.
If they see something like right now, Superman, not Superman, Action Comics, I believe is like on 1029 or 1030,
I thought it was
Yeah.
30, but
something
Yeah.
like that. It's like in quadruple digits. People are going to be like, oh, well, I didn't read the other 1000,
it doesn't.
29
Well, not be
of
funny.
them
It's
or something.
like I mean, I'll give you this. This has gone back fucking years. For example, in the movies, right? Did you ever see The Madness of King George, where he's got the speech impediment and all the rest of it? Like
Nah.
classic. I think it was Oscar nominated. I can't remember whether it won or not.
Mhm.
It was originally titled. Sorry, The King's Speech. Sorry, The King's Speech.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's with the dude from
Ralph. Yeah,
Yeah,
Colin
from,
Firth.
yeah, from
Yeah.
King's
It
Secret
was
Service.
originally titled George the Fifth or something like that,
Mhm.
and they had to rename it because the Hollywood execs, should we say, because we're talking about a movie, not a comic book in this particular example, went,
Mhm.
no, we can't call it George the Fifth because people are going to turn around and say, well, I haven't seen 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Or that's like how about what Trump? Oh well, COVID-19. Oh well, it's stronger than the other 18 or whatever it was.
No, that wasn't COVID. That wasn't Trump. That was what's his name? The rocker.
Oh,
Shit.
not Ted Nugent, is it?
I can't remember whether it was Ted Nugent. No.
Regardless, the fact that somebody thinks
yeah.
that there were other 18
Yeah.
other COVIDs or
No,
whatever, like-
there was this whole thing. I think we brought it up on one of our Jeff and Orc reading news because believe it or not, every episode, every article me and we bring up on Jeff and Orc. Sorry, Orc and Jeff. I'm saying Jeff and Orc just for the search engine. Yep. All right. But every article we actually mention is actually legit. And yeah, he was a rocker. He went, why is COVID-19 so bad when we didn't close down for COVID's 1 to 18? And by the way, guys, I'm going to have to call it quits in a minute. So this is a Nerdiverse original production, by the way. And like, share, and subscribe, please, because God knows I've done like 17 hours of this shit already today. And I've got
Yep.
more tomorrow.
He's definitely put in the hours, folks. So like he deserves at least the like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, please do. Please do. Please do. You know, it takes ages to take this makeup off as well. So by the time I take this makeup off, I'm gonna have to put it back on again because I've got wormholes tomorrow as well. Well, tomorrow, fuck me, it's gone 6 o'clock in the morning here. So yeah, later on today, you know, in less than 12 hours, maybe.
So you're 5 hours ahead of us then.
No, yeah, I'm in the correct time zone.
No. We're the correct.
I'm in the correct
East
time
Coast.
zone.
Come on, man.
GMT,
No.
Greenwich Mean Time.
You know what? That might have worked in Mary Poppins, but in the real world, okay, the East Coast is the correct time zone.
Now I know you're talking shit. Because guess what? We have. I live in a country where the East Coast and the West Coast actually can get together and agree on a time.
Well, see that I blame Suge Knight and Puff Daddy for that. Otherwise, we would have, you know,
it wasn't Beyonce shaking her ass and blotting out the sun.
There wouldn't have been this East Coast West Coast rivalry, and you know.
True.
Yeah.
Oh
So
God, let me put it to you this way. Even though I'm not working today, my phone has just gone off with the alarm going, time to get up for work.
What kind of phone do you have down there?
Well, I fucking hate smartphones. Oh, by the way, that's my one F-bomb for the show. I hate smartphones. I have a Samsung AS400.
Oh, and you can't modify it so it only goes off.
Oh, no, I can turn the alarm clock off.
No, I mean, because
he's talking about modifying it so it only goes off on certain days or whatever.
Yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah, I can do all that. But
so it's your fault then, because you didn't modify it to.
Well, no, because I just wanted that to be a reminder because, you know, I figured this show would go on for about, 2 hours.
So it was his fault for not putting a break on the show.
Yeah, I am the host. It is my fault. But, we've had people watching. We've had great comments, and then we've had gippies. I'm joking. You're my number 2 sumo sync, Gippy. You know it. And if you don't watch the show or all of our shows, you might not get the sumo simp reference. She had a typo. And that's now living with her forever. The crazy cat lady with 17 cats.
Isn't everything forever on the internet? Isn't that what I've heard? That's what I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, you can try deleting it. It's still there.
Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll get important enough for somebody to archive our shit.
Oh, okay. Maybe one day they'll archive you. Careful.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm. See?
The Orc Wang is not for archiving. It is its own being.
No, it'll happen, man. Third eye. Open your third eye.
I can give you my third eye right now, but might knock your hat off. Especially if I turn around too fast.
All right.
Oh, yes, right. I know. Jesus Christ. I was sparking up a cigarette. Jesus Christ.
You're smoking at 6 a.m, dude?
It puts him to sleep.
Wow. No, it's non-medicinal. It's non-medicinal. Yes. Can you not tell? Look, you see this? See this? That's kind of an accurate representation.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, right. I'd love to thank, okay, posthumous welcome. Thank you to Bob, Comic Book Bob, because he bowed out like 2 hours ago because he's a pussy. But just joking, Bob, we love you. And I would also like to thank my other amazing, gorgeous co-hosts, even though Adan, Mike did beat you with the show and tell. You picked up a half dozen. Here's a shop.
I work with what I got.
Yeah. So
but you know what though? Hold on. To be fair, if it was a tie contest, I would lose, hands down. There's nothing I could even. I don't even think I own one tie, so I wouldn't even have one.
That's fair.
Adan would get me.
Yes, and plus he also did have the whole throwing the socks and the underwear out of the drawer going, I left the book here somewhere moment. But Adan, please plug your shit.
I mean, guys, thank you very much for having me here. You can find me at NerdTots or anything NerdTots. We will have live stream tomorrow where I'll be power through Invincible. So everybody who hasn't seen Invincible, I'm gonna be marathoning that bad boy, and then I'll finish my night watching The Tick from Amazon.
I've not watched either of them yet. I've got them both queued up.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely encourage watching Invincible. I think that's a really good show, or at least a good adaptation. Now I can't talk now. Adaptation of the book, and The Tick, Amazon. I haven't watched it in a long time. I have fond memories of it. So,
cartoon or live action?
The live action one on Amazon.
Okay. I remember the
old one or the new one?
The new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought about comparing the old one with it, but I left it up for a vote, and people chose to watch the new one. So I was like, let's go with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then we do D&D on Wednesdays. I do anime reviews on Thursdays, and we fill it up with everything else in between.
Sweet.
Oh, and Tuesday we're going to be watching The Bad Batch.
Ooh.
That's Tuesday?
Yep, May the 4th.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
God, yeah, we're in May now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Time flew by, man.
I'm telling you, man. Wow.
But yeah, that's it for me. Continue to subscribe to these guys if you haven't done so before. Like, comment, subscribe. And for Mike, I mean, you guys, you need to step out and visit your comic book shop. Like I was saying, I brought Show and Tell just coincidentally because I went to get comics on my own. It wasn't for here. It was just a happy plus that I already had my stuff that I went and stopped by my shop. So like,
and you were grinning like a 5-year-old when you went, oh, I've got stuff to show and tell.
Listen, I love getting my products. So like, do it right. I'll
there's something about
online, but
there's something about having actual things to hold as opposed to like
physical media. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like, like I said, me personally, with a large amount of books, I own probably over 1,200 actual paperbacks now.
Yeah.
People keep going to me, getting to Kindles. I'm like, no, it's not the fucking same. Could
you imagine how boring that segment with Adan would be if he's just like, oh, here's my phone and look at all this that I just bought today. I mean, isn't this awesome? Like, oh my God, these.
No, because I know Adan, he'd just scroll and we'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, no way, man.
What was that image about, mate? And how much did she cost? How much did she cost?
It was much better having him have things to grab and show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Damn right, people. Everybody buy physical. And speaking of buying physical, don't buy Mike, but because he doesn't get very physical. But Mike, pimp yourself out here, man. Pimp yourself out.
Well, as far as YouTube is concerned, I do have a YouTube channel, but I went back and I looked and I haven't done a video since last March. I wonder why that was. I can't think of anything. I used to do like a weekly video where I would show all the covers to the books and just.
Would it be something? Yeah, I can guess why.
Yeah. It was like for 2 months we didn't there were no new books to do, so just kind of fell out, and I don't even know where the template is they used to have for OBS anymore. But if you want to go over there and like it, I mean, what is it? 100? You get to pick the name or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, you have I think it's more than 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to do that, I think I'm at like 45 or something like that, just so I can get Rogue Comics. I would appreciate that. But I mean, if it happens to happen, because I have like for my email, it's Rogue Comics CT, and that really bothers me in the back of my mind because somebody else took Rogue Comics initially. But what are you gonna do? But or if you could go to Rogue Comics online, there's all the links to all the stupid social medias I'm forced to participate in, like Facebook and Instagram and the cesspool of all social medias, Twitter. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. It's all.
No, I have to admit, I have a Twitter, but I literally just click like and retweet.
You know, it's weird that like it does have the potential to do good things, but it
But
always
it's
seems
populated by idiots.
yeah, and it always seems the ratio of good to bad is like woefully like uneven. Like you could do one good thing, but unfortunately you have to sit through like 30 shitty things to get to that one good thing. And it's just yeah, but I am on there, and I don't really I just do like show what's coming out, or DC and Marvel, they do like these little short video clips or whatever, and basically I just steal those and repost those so you can see like the books that are coming out. And I don't really post that much, so you don't have to worry about me spamming.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, but that's it. Rogue Comics online. It's all there.
Okay.
And I just added actually
Don's looking it up right now.
With the covers, I just came up with a shop, but I don't really like. I don't think it's gonna be time effective to put all the stuff that I get up, because I don't really order in like mass quantities. So I only did like statues or action figures that I had, or something like that, or collectibles. But yeah, if you want to call and you want to order something, I'm more than happy to, we could talk about what you like, and I can tell you what I have and go through stuff, like actual communication, like
interaction. Oh, do I get free
between
shipping
people.
To the UK?
I'll do that too, as long as you want to pay for it. I'll ship it to
No,
Mongolia.
I said free shipping.
Oh,
free shipping.
Free shipping. Yeah, no, definitely not that.
I didn't think so.
Although there is a thing where like I can't say that on a recorded line.
No, leave that alone. Leave that alone.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
Folks, all of you who've stayed here through the entire damn show, which, God bless you. We've been streaming one show or another for 11, 12 hours now. Thank you very much indeed. I have been your host, Kev, aka Captain Strong. I almost finished my last one. I'm going to fucking bed, so screw you all. Bo. And all you in the chat, you've been awesome. Even Gippy has done her part today. So, you get the number one back just temporarily. But give it up for Don, give it up for Mike, Bob, who was here earlier. And, thank you all very much for watching. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Apparently, the producer wants a shout out for this, but I'm not sure whether I should bother. Fuck it. I'll give him it this once. We've been helped out by our wonderful producer, Chris Darth Pyrin Walker, who you can also catch on the Planet of Nerds. He does Mornings with Darth. He occasionally comes out to bask in the glow of my glory on co-streams. And I think later today we might have another episode of Wormholes. So, apart from that, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, please, especially you all watching on the replay, because the people that are watching live are awesome, but please don't forget, people on the replay, to like, share, and subscribe. Look at that. We almost got that in time. But as it stands, folks, I'm calling it. It's 6:15 in the morning, my time. Thank you very much. And Mike, Adan, we will see you in for this show, we will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Good. See, look, it's binding. The internet is forever. You've agreed to it. You're screwed now. Although, Mike, you might want to close up 15 minutes earlier and go get yourself some takeaway beforehand.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the places are closed around me now, so
dude,
I have to fend for myself.
Literally, right now, I can go shower, get dressed, and go get myself a fry up for breakfast. It's that goddamn late.
Yeah, see,
or early for me.
Early.
I'm a nutter.
Breakfast is good all the time.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. No. That's all. No. Not gonna start this conversation now, because that will go.
No, we're good.
But
let you guys
thank
go.
you. Yeah, but thank you everybody for watching, tuning in, and generally putting up with me. And we will speak to you all later.
Laters.